Next 5 members of the Ohsweken Speedway Hall of Fame, in which I'm sitting next to one of them, and no, it's not DJ Darren Shawcross. Sorry, Darren. Mr. Adam Ross, along with Clinton Jeffrey. Jim Cochran is also being inducted, along with Tom Hoopinen and Gail Hill, who sponsors this division. So,
yeah, that's pretty cool. It's very humbling, and
4 deserving recipients and you. Congratulations, Adam.
I get it. I get it.
No, I say that tongue-in-cheek. Again, heavy on the sarcasm, but going to be a good night next Friday night here.
Hey, Greg, in 10 years, if you retire today, maybe you can be in the Wall of Fame. But I'm
on the Wall of Shame. That's...
Green flag in the air, we're back racing, and what a ragged start. Jillian Hills is half a lap ahead of second place.
And it is that 3 machine of Alex Moz in second, the yellow number 3, second place. Cody Somerville in the 517 right now running in third, and it's Paul Longboat.
Lucas Smith has to be in second. There's no way Lucas Smith is a lap down.
The 3.
Oh, that 3.
That 3.
Okay.
The other 3.
like to lodge a scoring complaint.
Jillian Hills is hooked up, to say the least. She struggled mightily in weeks 1 and 2. We've documented that, but man, oh man, she is on a rail here tonight. The battle is for second. The 3 of Moss, and then Longboat. Wow, Cody Somerville got some major air off of corner number 2 in the 517.
Lucas Smith mounting a late race charge here down into turn 1 as we are under yellow.
All right, so we'll reset this again. 1 lap left to go. 32, the orange 32, Jillian Hills is your leader. Second place is that yellow number 3 of Alex Moz. Third, the 188 of Paul Longboat. That's the blue car right behind Alex. And then your point leader right now sitting in fourth, the 49L, the station wagon. And that is Lucas Smith. And then the 78 of Aiden Nye is the 5th place machine. Beyond that, go talk to the scores.
And I think there's a swimming pool. What do you call those little floaties hanging out of the moss number 37?
Pool noodle.
Pool noodle. No, that looks heavy for a pool noodle.
That hurt.
Wow, they've even got procedures for this. So lap cars go to the back if you're within 3 laps of the end. So these are all lead lap cars at the front.
That's just to make it easier for us.
Too late for that.
I want to welcome everyone watching live at home through our live stream on Facebook. Thanks for tuning in here tonight. Make sure you share it up and let everyone know that they can tune in live, and the crew worked very hard to get things worked out from last week to this week, and from what I've heard on Facebook, it looks like everything running A-OK.
I was going to ask you that because we do get a lot of comments, and it's great. We love hearing the comments about, hey, this works, hey, this doesn't. You still sound like an idiot. I enjoy the feedback.
Yeah, looks like everything's good. No one's complaining. Jason Coleman says, thanks for putting this up.
Oh, and I just got a note from Sean Gibbs, who works with NASCAR Canada, saying Caddio says it would be easy to score. And that's true. I'm not sure if he means Peter Caddio or Robin Caddio, but each of them, very good race scorers. That's why some people score and some people announce.
Exactly.
I come back to the tower after doing Victory Lane. I can't remember who won.
I rely heavily on the scores, no matter where I am. Jeff Unwell says this is better than the truck race. Oh, John Verney's tuned in.
Okay, we're about to settle this race. I believe it's going to be a 1-lap shootout. The green and the white going to come out together. The 1 to go being given. This time Jillian Hills will not have a cushion of 6 or 7 or 8 lap cars between herself and second place. I want to see what, I'm going to call it now. Lucas Smith is going to finish second.
That's a bold prediction, but it's very, very possible. Green and white come out at the same time, and Hills picks up where she left off and pulls away from the field. Here comes Smith to the inside, Adam. Nice call.
The way he's been bonsai driving into these corners and making it stick. It's a three-way battle for second. Jillian Hills takes the win tonight, and I am wrong again.
But it made it interesting. Jillian Hills picks up the win. Alex Moss will come home second, and Paul Longboat completes the top threes. We'll head down to Lucas Oil Victory Lane, as up next will be the Patriot Sprint Tour Dash for Cash. So we'll send Adam Ross down to do Victory Lane for this one. So we get the top three a little closer to the infield here so we can get them clear on the live feed as well. Shout out to my dad, Dale Kellman, who's at home here tonight. Had some minor surgery, if you can ever call surgery minor, but he's at home resting. So Bill Oldroyd driving the Case IH vehicle down there, setting up Victory Lane. We want to thank Bill for his hard work here tonight, along with Derek Smith of RacePulse.com, filling in as photographer. As the top three have made their way to Lucas Oil Products Victory Lane, Jillian Hills is out of the car. Let's hear it for your winner.
Hands up in the air in celebration. Jillian Hills taking the equipment off. And it was a great run. We'll get over here and chat with her first before we do the photographs. Jillian, come on around to the fan side of the race car here. Going to be handed a checkered flag and a trophy. Boy, and the way the first 2 weeks went, Jillian, did you think you were ever going to find Victory Lane this year?
Well, I knew the car was fast last week with all the problems it was having. I had to run third gear instead of second. Was still able to get up to fifth. Dad was hard at work at this car all week, and now it's perfect. It's a great car.
I saw your dad today. He said, Adam, I think it's going to be good, because he was so confident last week when you had to run third gear that the car was going to be great. He was almost hesitant to say it, but he said, no, I think we got her licked. How'd it feel to be back at the front?
Oh, I love it. That's what we come here for. I come here to win and have fun.
There you have it. Jillian Hills takes home the win tonight in the Bomber division. She's going to get some photographs in Victory Lane. In second place, Paul Moss. Alex Moss, I'm so sorry. Paul Longboat. I'll get this before long. Alex had a great run tonight to finish second. You had to hold off some strong runners there at the end.
Oh yeah, it was a very tight race. I could see Paul coming out of nowhere all the time. I just had to keep fighting him off on the inside.
How much fun is it on a night like tonight? Last week the race was cut short because of serious dust, and drivers weren't really respecting each other with the way they needed to. Tonight looked like the complete opposite.
Oh, it's great when people respect their rides and not just out here bumping cars. They actually treat them nice. Makes a good race.
Is there anyone you'd like to thank for second place?
My dad for always having the car running after the engine blew up on practice night, and my girlfriend for being here.
There you have it. Alex Moss, second place tonight. Longboat. Paul Longboat, another podium finish, and you're all smiles again. You're really stringing the good results together this season.
Oh yeah, my season seems to be coming together this year. It's a lot better than last season. Had kind of season last season, but we seem to be doing good tonight, so hopefully we can keep it going next week.
That green-white, it's not even a green-white checker because it was green and white at the same time. Did you think you could challenge the front two cars for possibly a win?
Yeah, I tried to get around Alex, but I couldn't get around him. It was I think my tire was didn't have enough air pressure in it, so I wasn't digging good enough.
Who'd you like to thank for your third place run?
I'd like to thank, first of all, I'd like to thank the crowd for coming out and watching us race, and I'd like to thank my main sponsors, Gales Auto Aftermarket, Hills Diner, Jacasa Designs, I think I'm forgetting Cheesewood Gas and Garage.
That's it from down here at Victory Lane. We'll be right back after a short break.
Ohsweken Speedway brings the stars. July 24th and 25th, we bring you two of the best. Make sure you have your tickets from the hottest driver in NASCAR, current point leader Kyle Larson, and two-time Chili Bowl champion Rico Abreu. Strap into sprint cars to tackle Ohsweken for the first time ever. Monday, they will race with the Kool Kidz Corr Pack 360 sprints, and on Tuesday, they will battle the World of Outlaws. This one could be a sellout. Get your tickets today by calling 519-717-0023 or logging on to OhswekenSpeedway.com. Saturday, July 1st, it's Action Expo at Ohsweken Speedway. Tell the kids, we just signed Tanner Fox. That's right, we're bringing the YouTube sensation to Action Expo. Come and meet Tanner in person and see his famous car in real life. Tickets available for all these events by calling 519-717-0023 or logging on to OhswekenSpeedway.com. Ohsweken Speedway brings the stars. July 24th and 25th, we bring you two of the best. Make sure you have your tickets from the hottest driver in NASCAR, current point leader Kyle Larson, and two-time Chili Bowl champion Rico Abreu. Strap into sprint cars to tackle Ohsweken for the first time ever. Monday, they will race with the Kool Kidz Corr Pack 360 sprints, and on Tuesday, they will battle the World of Outlaws. This one could be a sellout. Get your tickets today by calling 519-717-0023 or logging on to OhswekenSpeedway.com. Saturday, July 1st, it's Action Expo at Ohsweken Speedway. Tell the kids, we just signed Tanner Fox. That's right, we're bringing the YouTube sensation to Action Expo. Come and meet Tanner.
Hemsford on here with the 5-pond Ellercar and Wriggling Brothers Trucking number 6 of Curtis Gartley. Rolling off in position number 3 at a Brantford, the Auto Refinishers Canada, Hills Tire and Gas, number Little Ben 110, that is Jake Brown. And starting in 4th at a Fort Erie, the Sewell's Automotive, Zenkin Trucking 27Z is Stan Zenkin. Then we'll have the 01 of Mikey Krutchka out of Hamilton, the Instant Insulation Ride, and the Golfy Concrete number 80. The Real Deal, Chris Steele, 6 cars, 4 laps the distance, the Effingham Site Excavation, Dash for Cash for the Patriot Sprint Tour. Green flag goes in the air. They'll go 3 wide into corner number 1 with Jake Brown at the bottom, Lee Winger in the middle. Side by side, the top 2 will race down into corner number 3. Jake Brown, your leader, off of 4. Winger back in second. Lap 1 is in the books.
Nobody getting away in this one, however. Still a great battle out in front. Brown leads the way. He'll open a gap there in turn number 2. Mikey Krutchka looking to the inside of Gartley for 3rd.
Jake Brown leads him off of corner 4. 2 laps left to go here in the Effingham Site Excavation. Dash for Cash. Lee Winger in 2nd. Krutchka, though, battling on the inside, challenging for the runner-up spot.
Whenever there's a good inside groove on the racetrack, you can bet Mikey Krutchka is going to be able to find it. He battles for that 2nd position. He'll get the edge as they take the white flag.
1 lap left to go for Jake Brown in the Little Ben 110. Goes into corner number 3 through 4 for the final time. Checkers come out in the Effingham Site Excavation. Dash for Cash will go to Jake Brown.
Mikey Krutchka comes home 2nd. Steele 3rd. Winger 4th. Gartley 5th. And Zenkin rounds out the field.
So Jake Brown will join us down here in Lucas Oil Products Victory Lane, the winner of the Effingham Site Excavation Dash for Cash for the Patriot Sprint Tour. Up next, we'll have the redraw for the top 8 drivers in tonight's A-Main. And we'll do a brief intermission. Climbing out of the car, here's your winner of the Dash for Cash, Jake Brown. Well, Jake, a few extra laps on the track before the feature. Does this give you anything to work with for the A-Main?
Yeah, it definitely helps. You get to see the track before you're with all the other people. So hopefully we can put something together for the future.
The track's been very racy this year. The problems in corner one seem to be long gone. A lot of fun out here this year?
Yeah, it's been fun. It's always fun coming here. It's a hometown track for us, so you got to have fun in your hometown.
Picking up a dash win here tonight. Who would you like to thank?
I'd like to thank Brown Auto Service, Greg from Greg's Hills Tire and Gas, Jamie from ARC Auto Refinishers, Strode's Barbecue and Deli, and all my crew couldn't do it without them.
There you go. There's your Dash for Cash winner, the Little Bend 110, Jake Brown. Ready to do the redraw for the Patriot Sprint Tour versus Kool Kidz Ice and Water Core Pack Merchandising Sprint Cars. Waiting for Glenn Stiers. Paging Glenn Stiers. Well, Glenn, I guess you get what you get here. Glenn's looking a lot better here tonight. All right, ready to go with the juice. Jared Zimbardi, he will draw number one. Jared always strong here at Ohsweken Speedway.
Well, yeah, I hope I do draw number one. That's going to make a difference tonight. The track's in real nice condition, and I think starting position is going to be a key factor.
Well, let's see what you get. Where's the, are we doing this? Let's see what he gets. Number 6 for the juice, Jared Zimbardi. Up next will be Glenn Stiers. Well, the 2.0 version of Glenn Stiers here. What's your name?
Julia.
Julia? Let's see what you can get Glenn Stiers here tonight. How did the car feel, Julia? Oh, number 8, you're fired. Sorry, Glenn, you just drew number 8. Well, he got here in time. Up next, Dylan Westbrook, having a solid year so far. And Dylan, when the outside invaders are here in town, it's got to be a little bit tougher, but I'm sure you enjoy the challenge.
Yeah, it's a bit tougher, a bit more competition, but I think we're just as competitive as them, so hopefully get a good draw and starting spot and get a good run, and hopefully we can win this.
Well, let's see if you're starting ahead of Glenn Stiers. Julia, this is your second attempt. Number 2 for Dylan Westbrook. Much better there. We'll bring in downtown Mitch Brown, looking strong in the qualifying heats here tonight. And again, you've got these outside invaders. Got to be a lot of fun to take on guys like Brian Hallen and Jared Zimbardi.
Yeah, it just makes it better. It's good, exciting racing. Should be a good feature here.
All right, let's see what Mitch Brown will draw. Number 1, the pole for downtown Mitch Brown. Next up, he's on his farewell tour, but this guy probably gave us our most memorable win ever here at Ohsweken Speedway, the 2015 Canadian Sprint Car Nationals. Are you still enjoying that win?
Oh, yeah, I still watch that DVD once in a while.
All right, Brian Howland, let's see what you've got. The pole is gone. Second is gone. Number 4 for flying Brian Howland. Up next will be Scott Kruder in the 49 tonight. And Scott, coming back to Ohsweken Speedway, always a track that you've had a lot of fun at, and you seem to be very strong here. What have you got here this evening?
Yeah, the car's really good. I got to thank the Hottix for putting me in it, giving me the opportunity. Excited to be back here, and hopefully we can put everything together and get a win here finally.
All right, let's see what's left for the straight shooter, Scott Kruder. Might give him the balls here. We'll see what he draws. Number 5 for Scott Kruder. Up next, Corey Turner. Corey Turner has a fill-in, but you're having a solid year. Top 3 in points right now, a lot of consistency, but I'm sure you'd like to beat some of these big guys here tonight.
Yeah, I'm really hoping my hired gun here draws the 3 pill, but yeah, we've been really good, really consistent, a lot of top 5 runs, so we just got to find a little bit more speed out of our car, and I think we can be on the podium here tonight.
All right, let's see what you get, Corey Turner.
You got a 3 or a 7?
3 or a 7?
What do we got?
Number 7, so starting in 3rd place will be Tyler Hendricks. Tyler, let's make this legit first. We'll get Tyler to stick his hand in there. And he pulls out 3. It's in there. Tyler, every year you keep getting better and better. You're showing a lot of confidence out there. Are you feeling that yourself?
Yeah, we're getting more confident.
a little more seat time. You know, I got to race an extra race last week at Buxton. That was fun. More seat time, you just get more comfortable with the car and you get to drive it harder.
There you have it. Tyler Hendricks will go from position number 3 tonight. That will do it for the Dash redraw down here trackside. We'll be back in just a moment as we go into our intermission.
Ohsweken Speedway brings the stars. July 24th and 25th, we bring you 2 of the best. Make sure you have your tickets from the hottest driver in NASCAR, current point leader Kyle Larson, and 2-time Chili Bowl champion Rico Abreu. Strap into sprint cars to tackle Ohsweken for the first time ever. Monday, they will race with the Kool Kidz Corr Pack 360 sprints, and on Tuesday, they will battle the World of Outlaws. This one could be a sellout. Get your tickets today by calling 519-717-0023 or logging on to OhswekenSpeedway.com. Saturday, July 1st, it's Action Expo at Ohsweken Speedway. Tell the kids, we just signed Tanner Fox. That's right, we're bringing the YouTube sensation to Action Expo. Come and meet Tanner in person and see his famous car in real life. Tickets available for all these events by calling 519-717-0023 or logging on to OhswekenSpeedway.com. Ohsweken Speedway brings the stars. July 24th and 25th, we bring you 2 of the best. Make sure you have your tickets from the hottest driver in NASCAR, current point leader Kyle Larson, and 2-time Chili Bowl champion Rico Abreu. Strap into sprint cars to tackle Ohsweken for the first time ever. Monday, they will race with the Kool Kidz Corr Pack 360 sprints, and on Tuesday, they will battle the World of Outlaws. This one could be a sellout. Get your tickets today by calling 519-717-0023 or logging on to OhswekenSpeedway.com. Saturday, July 1st, it's Action Expo at Ohsweken Speedway. Tell the kids, we just signed Tanner Fox. That's right, we're bringing the YouTube sensation to Action Expo. Come and meet Tanner in person and see his famous car in real life. Tickets available for all these events by calling 519-717-0023 or logging on to OhswekenSpeedway.com. Ohsweken Speedway brings the stars. July 24th and 25th, we bring you 2 of the best. Make sure you have your tickets from the hottest driver in NASCAR, current point leader Kyle Larson, and 2-time Chili Bowl champion Rico Abreu. Strap into sprint cars to tackle Ohsweken for the first time ever. Monday, they will race with the Kool Kidz Corr Pack 360 sprints, and on Tuesday, they will battle the World of Outlaws. This one could be a sellout. Get your tickets today by calling 519-717-0023 or logging on to OhswekenSpeedway.com. Saturday, July 1st, it's Action Expo at Ohsweken Speedway. Tell the kids, we just signed Tanner Fox. That's right, we're bringing the YouTube sensation to Action Expo. Come and meet Tanner in person and see his famous car in real life. Tickets available for all these events by calling 519-717-0023 or logging on to OhswekenSpeedway.com. Ohsweken Speedway brings the stars. July 24th and 25th, we bring you 2 of the best. Make sure you have your tickets from the hottest driver in NASCAR, current point leader Kyle Larson, and 2-time Chili Bowl champion Rico Abreu. Strap in.
Had a wrench and was just making sure everything was good before he went. Jamie Collard and Jimmy, everybody.
Great family of guys back there, and great to see everybody working. I got to tell you, as a guy who's been around 25 years in this business, those are the nights you're going to remember when you wrecked and came out and ran great in the B. Congratulations, and you pick up the $100 here from your sponsor, Nathan Ackland, for an extra $100 as the Top Gun tonight. How's that feel?
Feels pretty good to give Nathan $100 back, and hopefully we'll put more parts on the next one.
All right, there you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, one of our upcoming stars of the sprint car world, Sean Evans. How about a hand for Sean? Had an adventurous week last week. If you were here, you've seen what we did. Greg, I know you've got a bunch of stuff to get through. We'll turn it up to Greg to continue with our intermission prize packs.
All right, lucky program prize draw. If you have any of these program numbers, please go to the base of the flag stand to claim your prize. Lucky program prize draw first up for a $50 gift certificate to Grand River Dinner Cruises, program 105-105. 2 free general admission tickets, courtesy of Ohsweken Speedway, to 123, 123. 1 hat, courtesy of Caledonia Auto Supply, to 154, 154. 1 free pita, courtesy of the Pita Pit in Caledonia, to 199. That's 199. 1 t-shirt, courtesy of Coca-Cola, to 109. 109. 1 free large 3-item.
Ohsweken Speedway brings the stars. July 24th and 25th, we bring you 2 of the best. Make sure you have your tickets from the hottest driver in NASCAR, current point leader Kyle Larson, and 2-time Chili Bowl champion Rico Abreu. Strap into sprint cars to tackle Ohsweken for the first time ever. Monday, they will race with the Kool Kidz Corr Pack 360 sprints, and on Tuesday, they will battle the World of Outlaws. This one could be a sellout. Get your tickets today by calling 519-717-0023 or logging on to OhswekenSpeedway.com. Saturday, July 1st, it's Action Expo at Ohsweken Speedway. Tell the kids, we just signed Tanner Fox. That's right, we're bringing the YouTube sensation to Action Expo. Come and meet Tanner in person and see his famous car in real life. Tickets available for all these events by calling 519-717-0023 or logging on to OhswekenSpeedway.com. Ohsweken Speedway brings the stars. July 24th and 25th, we bring you two of the best. Make sure you have your tickets from the hottest driver in NASCAR, current point leader Kyle Larson, and two-time Chili Bowl champion Rico Abreu. Strap into sprint cars to tackle Ohsweken for the first time ever. Monday, they will race with the Kool Kidz Corr Pack 360 sprints, and on Tuesday, they will battle the world of Outlaws. This one could be a sellout. Get your tickets today by calling 519-717-0023 or logging on to OhswekenSpeedway.com. Saturday, July 1st, it's Action Expo at Ohsweken Speedway. Tell the kids, we just signed Tanner Fox. That's right, we're bringing the YouTube sensation to Action Expo. Come and meet Tanner in person and see his famous car in real life. Tickets available for all these events by calling 519-717-0023 or logging on to OhswekenSpeedway.com.
Drivers on, they came here to win $12,000 and put on a show for you, the fans. Wave your hat at program, the kid next to you, whatever you got. Coming off a corner 4 wide, this is the 9th annual Canadian Sprint Car Nationals, brought to you by Aero Express. All right, Craig, let's hear it. White flag. Without missing a beat, Adam hits the floor and still asks how many qualify.
I do want to point out this time, though, I did not break the chair. It just tipped over, because I have broken a few in my day.
Should we tell him that I had that chair earlier? I'm like, I don't like this one. I'm taking the other one. Sorry, Adam. That's partially mine. Starting on the pole for the B main out of Brantford, the Roxy's Tap and Grill. Gale's Auto Aftermarket number 9 is Paul Ballantyne. And on the outside out of Union, the Wilson's Better Used Cars, Montana's Skyjack number 6, Eric McGlone. Starting off third out of Waterdown, the Regional Tractor Sales, Sun Mech number 5, CS Connor Mahoney. And to his outside in the 04 will be Mike Bell. Starting fifth out of Gore's Landing in the Goodyear, Yorkie's Barbecue number 19 is Brandon Merle, and rolling off in position number 6 aboard car number 10 out of Oakland, the Insulthane number 10 is Lofton Schutz. Starting in spot number 7 out of Stony Creek, the Miska Trailer Factory, Great Lakes Brewery number 3 of A.J. Lewis, and lining up to his outside rookie driver to Port Colborne in the Gilletta Flooring Services, Mike Knapp Ford, number 22 is Alan Gilletta. Starting in position number 9 in car number 8H, that will be Matt Hill, and to the outside in the 9C out of Ohsweken, the Canada Fuels machine, that is Brian Nanakoke. Then back in row number 5 will be the, row number 6 will be the 29 of Liam Martin out of Hamilton, and Jacob Dykstra starts to the outside of him out of Port Colborne in the 5D, and Cody Day bringing up the rear in the service equipment, CarQuest Tirecraft, number 44 out of Cortland.
5 cars transfer to the A main event.
Adam went through a lot to find that information out for you, so appreciate it.
I believe we're going to take another lap just to get the order right. Brian Nanakoke going to roll up to the 6th position on the outside, so it looks like that's correct now. Jacob Dykstra behind him, Cody Day pulling up to the outside groove. So is it just me? Am I crazy, or is the back of this chair in a different direction than the bottom of the chair?
Again, that's why I kind of took this other chair. I'm sorry.
You are not. But this was karma. I deserved it. I deserved it because we're gonna go. We're gonna stay yellow, and not just so I can finish my sob story. But this really is karma because I was poking fun in the tower.
Wow, there was hard collision. I was just watching on the live stream. But the 22 got hard into the back end of the 5C of Connor Mahoney. There's left front damage on the 22. You can see on the nose wing. I don't know if it was on purpose or a mistake or what happened there, but it was a very hard collision. and it actually got the 5C up in the air on the back end.
Everything seems to be sorted out. We're going to go green this time at a turn number 4. Paul Ballantyne leading the field to the green flag.
Green is out. Paul Ballantyne and Lofton Schutz lead them down into corner 1. 5 cars to make the A main. Who is it going to be? Lofton Schutz grabs the early lead down the backstretch.
This is going to be a battle for the transfer spot. I can feel it now. Schutz out in front. He opens up by about 8 car lengths over Connor Mahoney in second. Ballantyne back to third. Nanacoke fourth. And right now it's Jacob Dykstra holding on to that 5th position.
He'll work to the inside of Nanacoke and now move into 4th. Put Nanacoke back into the final transfer position with A.J. Lewis right there in 6th, looking to get by one more position.
A.J. Lewis up on the wheel, closing in on that battle. Behind him is Cody Day.
This time by complete lap number 3 for your leader, Lofton Schutz, and this kid is impressing right out of the gate as he ran pure stocks over the Flamborough Speedway, but has looked very flawless and troubles for the 8 of Hill as he loops it around on Cody Day, gets a little off course there in corner 2 as well.
Cody Day did a nice job. He had to go up the racetrack to avoid the spinning hill machine. And when you run out of banking up there, all of a sudden the car's got absolutely no grip. So he did a great job.
Well, guys, we talked about Matt Hill and the aggressiveness of this young rookie coming in, and he has absolutely no fear. The last few laps, he just plowed it into the bottom and was getting a bit racier. And you know how it works, Adam. You get a bit more confidence, and now they get a big flame out the bottom of it, and it looked like that was just unburnt fuel in the exhaust. And now they're checking it out there as they go to fire him off, and it is on fire a little bit there. No, they get it. It was just raw fuel in the exhaust pipes. But Matt Hill bought brand new everything, guys, brand new fire suit, a pure rookie, and he's not scared at all. Certainly bought some what do you want to say, confidence in the early going here.
Well, and that's definitely what you need, is a little bit of confidence. So let's reset this field. Out in front is Lofton Schutz in the 10. Connor Mahoney in the 5 runs second. Jacob Dykstra in the 5D runs third. The 9C of Brian Nanacoke fourth, and the 9 of Paul Ballantyne round out the top 5. Those are the 5 cars that would transfer into the A main if they can remain in their positions. But on the outside looking in, how about A.J. Lewis in the 3 and Cody Day in that 44? Same with Brandon Morell in the 19. I don't think we've seen the last of them, Greg.
Now still plenty of time to get business done at the front. A lot of bumping going on there on the Nerf bars as Connor Mahoney giving Lofton Schutz a shot down the backstretch. Lofton, man, we talked about Josh Hansen, how impressive he's been. I'm impressed by Lofton Schutz. He leads this one coming off of corner 4 to the green flag.
Slow and steady as they come down past the restart cone. Hard on the loud pedal. A.J. Lewis with a good solid start. He closes in behind Paul Ballantyne in the 9.
Connor Mahoney looks to the inside of Schutz now, going down into corner number 3. Mahoney has the lead for the moment. Schutz has some momentum on the outside. Oh, we got just a little bit of loose off of corner 4, and that allowed Mahoney to lead the lap. Schutz back to second, Dykstra third, fourth is Nanacoke, and fifth now, Paul Ballantyne.
And A.J. Lewis trying to find some forward bite in that 3 car. He's able to roll through the center of the turn, but just can't get the power down to make a move on Ballantyne.
Doing all he can behind that Roxy's tap and grill number 9 of Paul Ballantyne. Lewis staying right there, but Ballantyne now being able to stretch it a bit so the top 5 comfortably in their spots. But here comes Lewis working the outside now.
2 laps to go. Brian Nanacoke is kind of pulled away from that 5th place. Paul Ballantyne securely in a transfer position. Now here goes Ballantyne as Nanacoke slides up the track. White flag in the air for Connor Mahoney one more time around. Schutz in second, Dykstra in third.
Ballantyne now to 4th as he gets by Brian Nanacoke, put Nanacoke back to 5th, and he'll have to hold off A.J. Lewis now one more time.
And Lewis got a little bit sideways in there, turn 2, that might have ruined his momentum. Mahoney takes the win, Schutz in second, Dykstra third. Ballantyne 4th, and Brian Nanacoke takes that last qualifying spot to head to the big dance, Greg.
So again, 50-50 at a guaranteed $1,000. Flag the ticket sellers down and get in on tonight's 50-50 draw. Tonight's Thunderstock feature winner will draw the winning number. As we get ready now for the A main for the HRW Automotive Mini Stocks as they hit the track for their feature event. Starting on the pole out of Brantford, the Action Hand Car Wash Man Press number 05 is Dave Goodacre, and to the outside, aboard car number 60X out of Beachville, it's Martin Schroeder. Starting in third, in car number 16 out of Benbrook, the ABC Construction Ride, that is Jeremy May, and to his outside, out of Hagersville, the Timson Auto, Caledonia Auto Supply 23 of Dusty DeBoer. Starting in the fifth position, in car number 63C, the Amsoil Machine, that is Beaton, Ontario's Dave Crumby. And starting in position 6 in car 6 out of Brantford, the Broker Link Dixon, engine 6 of Jason Dixon. Starting in position number 7 out of Carlisle, the Eggs Custom Fab 29X is Davey Boughton. And the outside out of Dundas, in car number 69, that is Rob Twitchett. Rob Twitchett in the Cal Tire Evergreen Landscaping Machine. Up next is Mike Sarantakis in the 6X, the Lampman Salvage Ride out of Smithville. And then out of Brantford, the 64, that'll be Doug Erskine in the Arnott Automotive Machine. Inside of row number 6, in car number 13, will be Bobby Tolton out of Guelph, the Amsoil Ride. And to his outside, the 79, that's Steve Miller out of Paris. In the next row, Fabio Olivieri out of Hamilton, the Gaylor Equipment 16, and to his outside, the 63 of Brandon Crumby in the Amsoil Mustang, the 21 of Jonathan Ayrton, and the 9 of Tim DeBoer. The 19, that will be Kyle Wirt out of Ancaster, and the 4 of Aaron Rowitsky, the 4W of Wade Thorne, the 66X of Brandon Jansen's, 21X of Mark Bazine, 66 of John Jansen's, Nick Massey in the 222, the 2 machine of Matt Newell, the 96 of Brian Crossgrove, 49 Gary Hodgson, 11P of Patrick Aberson, and the 8 of Barry Westman as the green flag is in the air. We're underway for the 15-lap feature for the HRW Automotive Mini Stock.
Well, I'm going to jump in here and help you guys down the back straightaway. Schroeder with the lead in the 60X, and a whole mess behind them. Watch the May 16J still smoking pretty good out there in second spot as he gets loose off of 4.
All hands full of steering wheel for the May number 16, but he's hanging on to that second spot. Out in front is Martin Schroeder, who's pulled away by about 10 car lengths over the field, but May continuing to hang on to second.
Crumby also with a bit of smoke out of the 63C on the backside of turn number 2. They work it down out of 3 and 4. Keep your eye on the 21X of Mark Bazine and the 66 of Jansen's, as Jansen's already on the outside, taking cars 3 wide down the front straightaway into 1.
Brandon Crumby, the other driver who's really ripping through this field. He is almost into the top 5 as they exit turn 2, race down the back straightaway. Whoa, trouble on the backstretch.
They got it out though quick. Here we go off of 4. Everybody through the middle looking for a bit of breathing room. 3 wide all the way around down the front straightaway. 4 wide again.
Through 1 and 2, Schroeder continues to lead. His advantage not stretching by a great deal at this point. Crumby now into the top 5 as they race down the backstretch. We've got problems out of 2. Hodgson hard into the wall. Steve Miller makes contact. 1 more car collected and head towards the inside wall. We are under yellow.
Patrick Abramson in the 11P, Steve Miller 79, and Gary Hodgson in the 49. Adam, that all got started by our 2 and defending champion. He's pulling by the front straightaway right now. Brandon Jansen's, I think he's got a flat tire, and he was on the outside of turn 2, slowing down. Either something is let go in the rear end, or he's got a flat right rear. He got slowed at 2, Adam, and everybody piled in behind him. Tough break for Hodgson here. Major right side damage to the 49. Abramson and Miller also on the back chute. Hodgson's going to need a tow. We'll get over there and check it out. We'll turn it back to you guys for a minute.
Yeah, real chain reaction accident. Greg, how about Dave Goodacre, who started first, and he is now running dead last? It's amazing how quickly your fortunes can change in car racing, particularly here at Ohsweken Speedway, where you have to be good. You have to be up on the wheel and keeping your momentum and making moves, or you get eaten up by the pack. So we continue under yellow as the hook. Going to pick up Gary Hodgson on the back straightaway. He'll get lifted from the front end of that race car. Significant front end damage on the orange number 49. We'll run you through the field. Martin Schroeder is your race leader in the 60. The 63 of Dave Crumby runs second. Jeremy May runs third in the 16J. Davey Boughton fourth in the 29. And rounding out the top 5 is Brandon Crumby in the 63. Mike Sarantakos in the 6 runs 6th. 7th looks like Tim DeBoer in the 9 machine, and then it's the 4 of Aaron Rowitsky. Although they're shuffling the race order a little bit, it looks like the 23 of Dusty DeBoer being shuffled up a number of spots.
Well, Adam, I'm here on the back straightaway. Gary Hodgson. Gary, that was a tough wreck. Are you okay, man?
Yes, I am.
Tough. It looked like everybody's kind of got set up and you nowhere for you to go.
That's right. That's exactly what happened.
Well, you got some heavy damage on the right side. That's the main thing. No, Hodgson all right here in the 49. Patrick Abramson getting a talk to from the medics down on the infield here on the back straightaway. Along the inside, he appears to be all right. Car's going to need to be towed off. Steve Miller in the 79 was able to drive out Adam. You may see him in the infield of the bomber track down there in the turn 4 section of the infield. Not sure if he is going to return or will ride it out here and watch the conclusion of this one. We should be back at it in about 2 more laps. We'll turn it back to you guys.
From my vantage point, Clint, it looks like the window net on the 79 has come down. Greg's just playing Pac-Man on his computer while we do all the heavy lifting in this one.
I just want to point out, don't forget the big announcement that came out this past week. Kyle Larson, Rico Abreu, it's official. They are coming here for our 2 big nights of racing on Monday, July the 24th and Tuesday, July the 25th. Of course, the Monday night, both drivers will be competing in our 360 division. The following night, they'll be here to compete against the World of Outlaws Craftsman Sprint Car Series. So it's Monday, July 24th, Tuesday, July 25th. Tickets available at OhswekenSpeedway.com. You can get them down at the ticket booth as well. Say hi to Mary down there. She'll hook you up with some great tickets for those 2 big nights. Of course, the Triple Crown Showdown coming up August 24th, the Canadian Sprint Car Nationals at the end of the year. And of course, we've also got the big Action Expo coming up on Canada Day, July the 1st, and it's going to be extreme. We got Tanner Fox coming, YouTube fame, bringing his car as well. I've checked this kid out, and the kids are going to go nuts to see him here along with his car. And we've got monster trucks, extreme sports, video games, vendors, food, you name it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Action Expo. You can check it out. Action, big letter X, P-O, actionexpo.com for all the information on Canada Day. Make sure you're here and celebrate Canada's 150th right here at the Big O.
Well, Greg, I can jump in and tell you a bit about more Action Expos. We're doing the planning meetings every week with Mark Zuba down at Jibs Action Sports. I got to tell you, more and more professional riders. Yesterday, the scooters from Team Jibs, the scooter riders mentioned. We got guys coming from California, New York City, Arizona. All the best action sports guys in the world are going to be here at Action Expo Day. And the other thing we want to mention is you kids can bring your scooters, your bikes, your BMX, and ride the jumps. Hang out with the pros all day, and you're going to get your shot on these professionally built half-pipe skate park. We're building a dirt jump, a bike course. We have all kinds of cool stuff going on the day. Of course, as you mentioned, Tanner Fox will be here. And Greg, news I haven't told anybody yet. I extended an offer to them to race. We're trying to get Tanner Fox in a mini stock for June 30th. So we'll let you know how that works out. Did talk to Rico, Abreu, and Kyle Larson on the phone this week. They are mega excited for their first run. We have a heck of a month and a half coming up here.
Well, I mean, I think the race fans should know that when we bring in these drivers, a lot of them are excited to come to Ohsweken Speedway because they've heard great things. I mean, fans, if you've only witnessed Ohsweken Speedway and you haven't been to a lot of dirt racing around the country or around the continent, racers all over North America have heard about Ohsweken Speedway and the phenomenal race surface we have up here, and they get excited to come and join us. We're going to go green, this time at a turn number 4. Schroeder going to lead the way. Crumby holding on to the second position. They are stacked up 2 by 2. This is the first night of the handicap for our fender division, so the hot shoes having to come from deep in the field.
Well, keep your eye on the 66X of Brandon Jansen's two-time and defending champion of the division. He had the problem at him, and he was passing cars by the dozen there as we get going. Now, Crosgrove slow up in front, and everybody's going to drive around him at the back. That's really going to be a big detriment to Jansen's, but up front, it will be his team car. Martin Schroeder leading him out of turn number 2.
Schroeder leads the way. Davey Boughton fighting for the second position with Crumby. And he gets by Crumby and squeezes him up towards the wall. I don't think Crumby liked that very much as he fights back to the inside.
Yeah, Davey Boughton using the outside right door to impose his will here on the Crumby 63, but smokes heavily back into turn number 1, up on the outside. And oh, just in front of them, the other Crumby team car 63 got loose and gathers it up.
That was close for Brandon Crumby. That was almost disaster in turn number 2. The battle resumes for the second position as the Amsoil 63 of Dave Crumby now takes over that second spot. Davey Boughton trying to return the favor on the outside, but I think Crumby has thoughts of cusing in on that Schroeder machine for the lead.
Well, Davey Boughton, multi-time feature winner back when he was a champion in the mini stocks, working in the Custom Fab 29X, working towards the top 2, but right now it's still Martin Schroeder with the pretty wheel, steady and smooth through 1 and 2, but really opening up the bottom to Dave Crumby.
Mark Bazine has entered the top 5. He races in the 4th position right now, a few car lengths behind Davey Boughton, but we're about to have a battle for the lead. Schroeder running that high groove. Here comes Crumby to the bottom of the racetrack.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, Dave Crumby doesn't have a lot of experience here at Ohsweken or on the dirt. Still hoping that he's got enough of that oil there inside the 63 because it is pouring out the back, burning it pretty heavily each time into 1.
It's not slowing that car down whatsoever as he makes a move for the lead on the inside of 3. Schroeder going to come around the outside. He will continue to lead as they cross the halfway mark.
Keep Mark Bazine in that Burger Barn 21X. He finds his way into the story. Started back around 20th position tonight and working his way into 3rd. Could use a yellow to make up the gap between himself and the leaders. And now the veteran Doug Erskine takes the hard left into the infield on the back straightaway. He'll retire from this one.
Doug Erskine not ending the night the way he would have liked to, and we continue to have a battle for the lead. Crumby down low, Schroeder up high, Bazine in the 3rd position. He is still a number of car lengths back, not within striking distance of the race leaders.
Dave Crumby with the nose out in front of Martin Schroeder as they work their way off turn number 4. Coming with a 5 to go from starter Kyle McKenzie. Still lots of white smoke out of the back of the leader's car as he makes his way around 1 and 2.
Dave Crumby out in front by a full car length. As we've mentioned, that smoke not slowing him down, but a car can only smoke for so long before something breaks, and he's got to make it last for 4 more laps.
Boughton's fading back the 29X problems on that machine for Davey Boughton. He was up challenging for 2nd a few laps ago. Finds himself trying to stay inside the top 10 now as they work it off at turn number 2. Dave Crumby with the advantage, and he will hold out front of Martin Schroeder.
Wow, Boughton squeezes one car up into the wall. I believe that was Kyle Wurton, and runs Rowitsky down to the inside. Rowitsky comes back and hits him back. Davey Boughton back into the passenger side door. And now Boughton going to try to spin the Rowitsky number 4, and he missed it. Well, he hit him, but he was unable to spin him out.
Off of 4 with just 2 to go for Dave Crumby. He's got a big advantage here as he leads Schroeder and Bazine trying to go to the high side for 2nd.
A great side-by-side battle for 2nd as Bazine works the outside, but he doesn't have enough momentum to make it go. White flag in the air this time as Crumby continues to pull away.
Crumby with the advantage to the white flag. Into 1 they go. Working it good through the bottom. Schroeder holds 2nd. 21X of Mark Bazine got 3rd. Then you've got the 63 of Crumby and the 9 of DeBoer.
That's the battle to watch on the racetrack, the 1 for 2nd. Dave Crumby's going to take the feature event, the battle for 2nd. Bazine slides up in front of Schroeder to take 2nd. Schroeder's 3rd, Brandon Crumby 4th. Tim DeBoer rounds out the top 5. What a race in the mini stock division. Davey Boughton hasn't hasn't hit enough cars tonight, so he closes up on Aaron Rowitsky, and he hits him. If you can't get it done during the race, don't bother hitting him afterwards. Aaron Rowitsky going to come back. Race director Doug Leonard scolding both of them over the one-way radio, but
Well, I got to say, that was just dumb. You know, you've taken enough shots at him under the green, and now you're going to find yourself parked for a little bit. So we will get down here and talk to the top three as they make their way in. Dave Crumby coming his way down here to the front straightaway. We'll get him in position.
Now, Clint, are you going to do victory lane for this feature race? I see that you're right down there.
I could.
What a race in the mini stocks. And we scold drivers for doing things that aren't exactly the smartest, but I love the passion that they display. They take the racing seriously. But when the checkered flag falls, Clint, the race is over. And so should the bumping, really.
Well, as we wait for Dave Crumby, we'll get over here and get a word with Martin Schroeder and our second place driver here tonight, Mark Bazine, in the 21X. Mark Bazine, first one out of the Burger Bar in 21X over here, Ace One Construction Machine. Mark, this is the night that championships are made of. You know, I'm sure you'd like to be one more step on the podium, but when you start about 20th tonight, this ain't a bad finish.
No, I'm totally okay with it. Coming deep in the field like that, I knew it'd be a tough one. So championship run, we're good with it.
You know, Brandon Jansen's, he had some trouble, got a flat tire there, and that took him out. He was moving through just like you were. Pretty good night for you.
Yeah, I can't complain at all. It's a great night, great 3 weeks, and we're just going to keep going forward from here.
How about it? Mark Bazine grabs third. Martin, you were in this one all night. Martin Schroeder here. Solid run for you tonight. Can you be happy with third place?
Yes, I'm pretty happy with that. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Woodstock Neeser, Mr. Lester. We couldn't do without him. We got Hawkins, and we got Sutton, Drew Simmons, and Toyota Bashuku.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. How about a hand for Mark Bazine and Martin Schroeder, our second and third place finishers. And here comes your feature winner, Dave Crumby. His first win ever on dirt, ladies and gentlemen. Make him feel welcome as he works his way here to Lucas Oil Victory Lane. Come on around, Dave. Dave, what a run for you. You got to be pretty pleased with that. Your car was smoking pretty good. Did you know how much puffs you had coming out of the back?
No, I did not. I was just driving her.
Let's talk about you guys. Mainly asphalt team, your whole racing career. You found us last year. Any looking back?
No, I still do asphalt on Saturdays.
But what do you think of here, Ohsweken? Having fun?
Awesome. Awesome. This is just great. I love it.
What does it mean to grab a win here?
A lot. Against my son? A lot.
He's had some good runs. Who do you want to thank, man?
I want to thank Amsoil and California Days, Complete Auto Body, and anybody else that helps us, and everybody in the stands for coming.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Smiling Dave Crumby down here in his first ever visit to Lucas Oil Victory Lane here at the Big O. Congratulations, holding that checkered loud and proud as the Patriot Sprint Tour get warmed up over in the pit area. We'll send it up to you guys. We'll be back in just a moment.
I want to wish a happy birthday to Logan Moffat. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Logan Moffat. Celebrating here at Ohsweken Speedway as we get ready for the Patriot Sprint Tour versus the Kool Kidz Ice and Water Core Pack Merchandising Sprint Cars. Your starting lineup looks like this. Rolling off 20th out of Port Colborne, Ontario, the Gillette Flooring Services, Hayner's Discount Tire and Auto Parts, Mike Knapp Ford. Number 22 is Sean Slider. Starting in 19th out of Carlisle, the Big Road, Meineke Car Care, Creative Edge Signs and Graphics, MMBO Direct Marketing. Number 9 is Steve Lyons. Rolling off 18th out of Keister Center, the Charlie B. Honey, Pyatt Spring and Alignment, V&R Recycling. Number 11 is Jamie Turner. And to his inside out of Keister Center as well. And the Aces Bar and Grill, J&E Recovery Plastics Auto Recyclers. Number 91 is Ryan Turner. Starting in 16th out of St. Williams, Ontario, the Norfolk Appliance Repair, Simcoe Bearing Gales Auto Aftermarket. 21J is John Burbridge Jr. And lining up to his inside, the winner 1 week ago out of Fenwick in the Gibbons Contracting, Upper Canada Consultants, Amherst Crane Rentals, and Concrete Pumping. Number 14H, it's the Red Rocket, Jim Hoopinen. Starting in 14th out of Fort Erie, the Sewell's Automotive Service Master, Dixon Auto Body, Zenkin Truck and Trailer. 27Z is Stan Zenkin. And starting in position number 13 out of Thamesford, the Vipond, Ellercarn DuPont. Number 6 of Curtis Gartley. Starting in 12th out of Mount Hope, the Wilt Star, Custom Fab, O'Neill's Farm and Lawn Equipment, Window Works. Number 2 is Lee Winger, and to his inside, starting 11th out of St. Catharines, the Gulfy Concrete, Overland Heating and Air Conditioning. It is the Expediting Niagara Dental Arts. Number 80, the Real Deal, Chris Steele. Starting in position number 10 out of Hamilton, the Insulation Epic Racewear, Dalton Group, Best Way Betting 01 of Mikey Krutchka. And to his inside, the Dash winner tonight out of Brantford, the Auto Refinishers Canada, Hills Tire and Gas, Strode's Barbecue, Little Bend 110 of Jake Brown. Pulling off 8th out of Ohsweken, the Case IH Lone Wolf Fireworks, Rochester Nighthawks, Renway Energy. Number 0, the Ohsweken Flyer, Glenn Stiers. And to his inside, starting 7th out of Keister Center, the KT Tobacco, Town Line Variety, Silo Wireless 97 is Corey Turner. Pulling off 6th out of Bradford, Pennsylvania, the Bundle of Warmth Fire Logs, Performance Power Coating, Zimbardi Electric 35. It's the Juice, Jared Zimbardi. And rolling off in position number 5 out of Alden, New York, the Casey's Truck Salvage, Fiberworks Composite, Merzak Enterprises 49 with a straight shooter, Scott Kruder. Rolling off 4th out of Auburn, New York, the Philtruck Corporation, Lasca's Restaurant, number 51 of Flying, Brian Howland. And starting in 3rd out of Pancor, the CF Industrial, Lumar Excavating and Trucking, Vertec, number 38 of Tyler Hendricks. Starting in position number 2 out of Oakland in the Bradshaw Fuels, Ohsweken Speedway 47X, it's Dylan Westbrook. And starting on the pole out of Brantford, the Burger Barn, East 1 Construction, number 10 of Downtown, Mitch Brown. Those are the 20 cars ready to go 25 laps in the A main for the Patriot Sprint Tour versus the Kool Kidz Corr Pack Sprint cars. The Strickland GMC Pace Truck will lead them down the backstretch. And this time we're going to get you, the fans, to wave them on. Ladies and gentlemen, they're 4 wide and fancy for you, the fans. This is the Patriot Sprint Tour versus the Kool Kidz Ice and Water Corr Pack Merchandising Sprint Cars. White flag goes up in the air. Next time by, we're going green flag racing, 25 laps in this one. 10 rows of beautifully prepared sprint cars ready to come to life. Mitch Brown, Dylan Westbrook on the front row. Kyle McKenzie's with double greens in hand. Ladies and gentlemen, you came looking for a show. Well, here you go. Let's end all the anticipation as we bring to you our feature presentation. Across the stripe for lap number 1. Dylan Westbrook is your leader. Mitch Brown in second. Ryan Howland right there on the inside of Brown. He'll look for the second spot down off the backstretch. Across the stripe, lap number 2. Dylan Westbrook is your leader. Brian Howland running in second. Mitch Brown right now in third. Tyler Hendricks fourth, and here comes the juice. Jared Zimbardi working the outside line. He'll go wheel to wheel with Hendricks into 3.
This track is drying up just a little bit, fairly dusty out here for the drivers. They'll have to search around to try to find some grip. But it is a wide racetrack. It's the same for everybody. A little bit of a bump down the inside of turn number 1, but otherwise a great racing surface.
Dylan Westbrook started on the outside of the front row, and he has pulled away to a nice size advantage for Brian Howland in that second spot. Mitch Brown is settled into third, and then it's side by side for fourth and fifth. It's Hendricks and the Juice almost tagged the wall in corner 2.
Great side-by-side battle between the 0-1 of Mikey Krutchka and the 110 of Jacob Brown that's deeper in the top 10. That's a battle for 9th.
Westbrook halfway down the backstretch, and he is about to catch some lap traffic. He's up in the high lane, as is Brian Howland, as they come down across the stripe to complete. Lap number 6, troubles in corner 2. Stan Senkin goes around and right in front of the leader.
He'll come to rest in turn 2, pointed the wrong direction. Everybody able to get woed up and take evasive action. 6 laps complete in the sprint car main event, and we are under yellow.
Well, guys, I don't think anybody got a piece of the Zankin 27. Just a quick loop here in turn number 2. They should be able to just get them pushed off. Once the field goes by, we'll get them locked back in and turn them loose once again. So they'll back up here on the Zankin machine and get him ready to go. He will lock it back into gear. And it should be all from turn 2, guys.
Yeah, it looked like an innocent spin there, Clint. He was up in the middle groove and thankfully came to rest. Quite often it's impressive to see a driver try to keep a car running and keep it going after doing a 360, but it's havoc when the race leaders are coming up at ludicrous speed and they have to try to guess where a car is going to wind up.
And the Patriot Sprint Tour Canada swing is brought to you by Fine Touch Collision. And the Patriot Sprint Tour will head down to the Brockville, Ontario Speedway tomorrow night. That is a fun, fast bull ring down there, and the entry to quarter 1 is probably one of the most challenging anywhere in the area.
I've only been to a couple of races at Brockville. My parents used to live pretty close to Brockville down in Lyndhurst, Ontario. But great facility, great atmosphere.
That's why
long
they call
drive.
That's why they call it Brock Vegas. What happens in Brock Vegas stays in Brock Vegas. And tomorrow night, I'm sure there'll be another host of cars down there. Of course, the Eastern Ontario contingent will be down there, the likes of Rick Wilson and such, Chris Jones.
We're going to go green. Dylan Westbrook in the 47 leads the way, but Brian Howland, a Patriot hot shoe, runs in second.
Green goes back in the air, single file past the cone, and Dylan Westbrook goes to the top shelf. And as Brian Howland on the bottom got a good run, he'll drop even, but Westbrook shoots back behind down the backstretch.
Zimbardi got around Mitch Brown on the bottom, and look at Hoddick in the block number 49. Bonsai move to the inside.
So it's Dylan Westbrook, your leader, Howland in second. The Juice now, Jared Zimbardi in third. Scott Kruder running fourth, and Mitch Brown holding on to fifth. But here comes Chris Steele trying to poke his nose in there.
Chris Steele working the bottom. The top 3 have pulled away a little bit from Hoddick, who's trying to hold off Mitch Brown in the 10. Chris Steele in the 80, and Tyler Hendricks.
Westbrook right up on that top shelf, running the rim around this track with Howland in second, and Zimbardi trying to find something in the bottom lane, both down in 1 and 2 and in 3 and 4. Right now he's hanging with Howland down the backstretch. He's right there.
Mikey Krutchka got into the bottom of 1 and 2, and that car jumped up in the air, gave him a real handful as Zimbardi trying to battle with Howland in the 51. Just can't quite get the momentum he needs.
Very impressive run for Dylan Westbrook. When you're leading Brian Howland and Jared Zimbardi, you're doing something, and he is hooked up on that outside line with Westbrook, Howland, Zimbardi, your top 3 as the leaders again begin to catch that lap traffic.
Have a look at Hoddick in the 49. He has found something up on the high side. They're calling it Scott Kruder, but is it Scott or is it? We're hearing yes, Scott Kruder.
Westbrook has caught the back of the field. First up will be the 21J and the 27Z, Zenkin and Burbrick. Westbrook rips by both of them, and now we'll work on the back end of Lee Winger.
Just ahead of the leader, Westbrook. Lee Winger in that number 2 machine. As it'll be heavy traffic for the remainder of this race for the leaders.
14 laps on the board, 11 laps left to go in this one. Dylan Westbrook is your leader, Brian Howland second. Jared Zimbardi right now running in third. Scott Kruder is fourth. Fifth at the line is Mitch Brown. Sixth, Chris Steele. Seventh, Tyler Hendricks. Eighth is Mikey Krutchka. Ninth, Jim Hoopinen. And 10th, Corey Turner.
Westbrook closing in on a side-by-side battle between Gartley in the 6 and Jamie Turner in the 11. He's going to have to pick a lane or hope they sort it out amongst themselves, because Brian Howland is only about 10 car lengths behind the race leader.
At one point, Jared Zimbardi was making his way towards the front, and now he's dropping back from the top 2 and beginning to fall into the clutches of Mitch Brown, who's running on the bottom lane in fourth, and he's beginning to catch the juice.
And Westbrook just had a problem between 3 and 4. Got that car out of shape. Brian Howland right up behind the 47. He'll look to the inside for the lead.
Howland was there, but Westbrook holds him off for the great runoff of corner number 2, but Howland's right there and in deep traffic right now. Jamie Turner, Curtis Gartley right in the sights of Westbrook.
And Dylan Westbrook found another gear. He'll shoot between the slower cars trying to put them a lap down, but he couldn't get it done.
Westbrook dives low on Turner, gets by him. Now we'll work on the back end of his car owner, Glenn Stiers. Although Jamie Turner got back by him, and here comes Howland again. He'll run that middle groove right to the inside of Westbrook.
Howland trying to pull a slider on the 47 of Westbrook, but he could not get in front of him to make it work, but he has shown his presence a couple of times on the race leader. Westbrook knows he's got to pick up the pace.
This track surface is beginning to look like the 2015 Canadian Sprint Car Nationals. It's drying out, it's rubbering up, and that played into the favor of the 51. Let's see what he's got here. The big high five from Kyle McKenzie, 5 more circuits around.
Westbrook slides up in front of the boss, Glenn Stiers in the 0. Howland to the inside, still trying to work that bottom groove. Westbrook able to maintain momentum a little better, but Brian Howland stalking the number 47.
Westbrook right there with Howland in tow, and then it's a good distance back to Jared Zimbardi. So right now, Westbrook with 2 lap cars between he and Howland. It looks like this time by, it'll be 2 laps to go for the driver out of Scotland, Ontario.
2 more laps for Dylan Westbrook, back up on the cushion where he's run his best laps tonight. He's got Jacob Brown just in front of him. Brian Howland nearly half a straightaway behind with a lap and a half to go.
To the inside of Jake Brown goes Dylan Westbrook, down in 3 and 4, pinned right to the inside blocks. He'll work it off the corner to see the white flag. One more trip around for Dylan Westbrook.
The top 3 equally spread out. In fact, the top 5 spread out equally. Dylan Westbrook just has to get through 3 and 4 one final time.
Checkers fly, and the Patriot Sprint Tour win goes to Dylan Westbrook, the first of his career. Brian Howland comes home second. Jared Zimbardi will be third. Fourth is Mitch Brown. Fifth at the line will be Scott Kruder. Then it's Chris Steele, Mikey Krutchka, Jim Hoopinen, Corey Turner completing your top 10. So that will do it. We'll head down to Lucas Oil Products Victory Lane and talk with your winner, Dylan Westbrook.
Still plenty of racing left to come, race fans. 2 more feature events as Greg Callan heads down to Lucas Oil Products Victory Lane. He's going to talk with race winner Dylan Westbrook, second place finisher Brian Howland, and third place Jared Zimbardi.
A big shout out to Lone Wolf Fireworks, lighting up the sky here every Friday night. He's on the wing. Let's hear it for Dylan Westbrook. First career Patriot Sprint Tour win for DW Dylan Westbrook. Want to again thank Lone Wolf Fireworks for lighting up the sky, Highway 54 in Middleport. Check them out online and on Facebook. Lone Wolf Fireworks, the official firework provider of Ohsweken Speedway. Dylan Westbrook getting congratulations, getting unhooked From the helmet, the Hans device, and he ends up in Lucas Oil Products Victory Lane. Bring Dylan Westbrook in here, Dylan. Patriot Sprint Tour win. They don't get any bigger than that, especially when you look over there, and there's Brian Howland and Jared Zimbardi. You just beat the best of the best.
Yeah, we got a real good starting spot. Got to start second, tightened up the car a bunch, and then got a good start, got out front, and then after that caution, I seen 51 and 35 were behind me, so I knew I would have to pick it up a little bit. So kept on running my line, got around some lap traffic, and ended up getting the win.
Howland made a couple of dives on you. How much of them could you see? How much did you know he was there?
Well, I seen half his car. I just had to stay up top and just gas it up, and hopefully I got a good drive coming off.
Huge win in your career. Who would you like to thank?
Really got to thank Glenn supplying the car, crew, family, everyone who helps out and puts money into this.
There you have it, your winner of Victory Lane here. Dylan Westbrook picks up his first Patriot Sprint Tour win. We'll get in here and talk with Brian Howland. Brian, you've brought us some memorable moments over the years. A runner-up spot. You gave Dylan a run for his money, but just nothing there in the middle.
Yeah, you know, he was really good. He was a lot better off the corners than I was. So my only shot was lap traffic. I tried to throw a couple sliders at him, but I knew they just weren't going to clear, so I backed out. But, you know, hats off. His guys were just, that car is fast. That car is really fast. So they got something going, and, you know, hopefully this gives us a little bit of a tune-up for the Nationals. I don't know if we come up here again, but it'd be nice to. I love this place. I love coming up here. The fans are great. The track's always great. So, you know, if we don't get up here again, hopefully we take good notes.
There you have it. We love having him here. Flying Brian Howland. Let's hear it for him as we bring in the juice. Jared Zimbardi, third place for you. Maybe a frustrating third place. I don't know. It just looks like you couldn't find anything to catch that top two. And when you're on the podium, I guess, and you're frustrated, that's still a good thing that you know you're capable of winning.
Yeah, we've had better starts than that, but sometimes you just don't have enough, and here we just didn't quite have enough. These guys were fast in front of me, didn't make too many mistakes. I seen Brian and Dylan racing real close there. It was actually fun to watch. Was hoping I could get up there with them, but just didn't quite have enough.
The racing surface tonight give you anything that will work towards the Nationals, because it looked pretty dry out there towards the end?
Yeah, toward the end it did, but it's still got a lip up on the top. It's still got some moisture on the bottom. I would love it if the Nationals had this much moisture in it. But we'll come back and see what we could do.
There you have it. Jared Zimbardi comes home in third place, and that will wrap it up from Lucas Oil Products Victory Lane for the Patriot Sprint Tour. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Ohsweken Speedway brings the stars. July 24th and 25th, we bring you two of the best. Make sure you have your tickets from the hottest driver in NASCAR, current point leader Kyle Larson, and two-time Chili Bowl champion Rico Abreu. Strap into sprint cars to tackle Ohsweken for the first time ever. Monday, they will race with the Kool Kidz Corr Pack 360 Sprints, and on Tuesday, they will battle the world of Outlaws. This one could be a sellout. Get your tickets today by calling 519-717-0023 or logging on to OhswekenSpeedway.com. Saturday, July 1st, it's Action Expo at Ohsweken Speedway. Tell the kids, we just signed Tanner Fox. That's right, we're bringing the YouTube sensation to Action Expo. Come and meet Tanner in person and see his famous car in real life. Tickets available for all these events by calling 519-717-0023 or logging on to OhswekenSpeedway.com.
Drivers on, they came here to win $12,000 and put on a show for you, the fans. Wave your hat, a program, the kid next to you, whatever you got. Coming off a corner 4 wide, this is the 9th annual Canadian Sprint Car Nationals, brought to you by Aero Express. All right, Greg, let's hear it. White flag coming out next time around, and we'll go green flag racing. Tommy, this is the race we wait for all season long. I'm excited. How about you?
Yeah, definitely some nerves up here in the tower, some nerves behind the wheel of these cars. Couldn't ask for a better front row. 5 of the 8 feature wins in the Canadian Nationals right there on the front row between Steve Fourier and Shane Stewart.
2x2, 15 rows of beautifully prepared sprint cars ready to come to life. Steve Poirier, Shane Stewart on the front row.
The lineup. Scheduled to roll off first, but it looks like he's going to the back. And car number 13 out of Brantford, the West Valley Automotive. Number 13 is Casey Huffman. Rolling off on the outside of row number 1 is the 53 from Jerseyville, the Advantage Electric. Number 53 is Logan Schwedick. Car number 40 out of Brantford, the Gales Auto Aftermarket Affordable Recovery. Number 40 is Jay Liverance, and outside of row number 2 in the 38 from Ohsweken, the Kool Kidz Ice and Water is Terry Martin. Car number 911 out of Brantford, the Affordable Towing 911 is Nick Liverance, and alongside will be car number 7 from Hagersville, the Club 54, Jason Longaro in the number 7. 11R out of Port Colborne, Bryce Richardson in the 11R, and alongside him in the 84 RK, it's Ryan Beagle from Victoria. Next row on the inside out of Ohsweken is the 24, Blake Bomberry, alongside the 13X. Also from Six Nations, it's Craig White. Car number 1 from Brantford is Chris Dickey, alongside will be the number 8. From Hagersville, it's Ryan Dinning. 37H is Rob Hoskins. 23 is Trevor DeBoer. The 81 is Carl Salt. 89C, Sean Chenna. With 25 is Ken Sargent. The 119 is Sean Quinn. The 56, Derek Lemaire. The 28 is Jim Lampman. The 49 is Dave Bailey. The 79 is Christopher Hale. And the 77, rounding out the field, it's Brett Rodwell. Greg?
Well, I'll pick it up from here as they lead them off into 1. It'll be Schwedick through the middle of 1 and 2. Then you got Beagle with Dinning. Testing the inside metal. Always fast in the number 8, and he will jump out to the lead into 3.
Look at the leader, or the fast cars coming from the back of the field. Dave Bailey undefeated in 27. He's looking to break into the top 10. But out in front is Ryan Dinning ahead of Ryan Beagle and Bryce Richardson. Whoa, big problem out of turn 4, and we've got a car on its roof. That'll bring out the red flag.
Well, Rob Hoskins in. It looks like the Lampman 28 here in the middle of the front straightaway. Fuel leaking out. Safety crew on the scene here. They will work to get Rob Hoskins out of the 37H as soon as possible. And the crew here on the scene with the fire apparatus, should they need it, as they try and work Hoskins out of his car here on the front straightaway. Rob Hoskins working around here in the black 37, working his way out of the car. And ladies and gentlemen, Hoskins is out here and standing up under his own power.
He gives a wave to the crowd, and that's a great thing, Clinton Jeffrey. Not only are these race cars built so safe these days, but Ohsweken Speedway has a fantastic fire and rescue team. They were on the scene in seconds.
Well, Adam, we're waiting for Rob Hoskins to get his helmet off here so we can have a talk to him. The big question is, what's the status of the Lampman 28 here, as he needs to get lifted up. But come around with me here, Rob, first off. Ladies and gentlemen, Rob Hoskins is okay. Let me hear you make some noise for that. Rob, crazy run. Your car looks pretty crushed there. What happened out of turn 4?
I got a little loose, and I started the spin, and somebody kept the spin going, and then it goes from there.
But the main thing is you're smiling, you're all right?
No, it's all good.
It's all good, he says, ladies and gentlemen. That's true racer spirit there. How about it for Rob Hoskins? And we'll wait to find out what's going to happen with the Lampman 28. I can tell you at the very least, he's got a flat right rear. Among other issues, they're going to try and lift it up as nicely as they can here and get Jim Lampman off of this absolutely monster truck, 37H of Rob Hoskins, who will have to follow medical protocol, go back for a quick walk and talk with the medics in the pit area. And as we mentioned, there's still raw fuel leaking out of the back of the Hoskins 37 as it is upside down here. leaking out of the fuel cell, but the crew putting their attention towards the Lampman 28. Adam, we'll turn over to you and we'll get back to you in just a minute.
Well, absolutely. The fuel is going to keep running out of that car, so they've got to get the 28 Lampman. They will lift it up as high as that tow truck will lift it in the air. I believe Jim Lampman's still strapped in tight to that 28 machine, Clint, and Clint's busy down there working, so I hate to make him grab his microphone, but Jim is still strapped in, is he not?
Yeah, Jim said, "What's wrong, man?" I said, "You got a flat right rear, that's all I can tell." So, they will drag him right back to the pit area.
Captain Obvious here in the tower says, "I believe the problem is you have a car under you." And the crew will immediately flip the Rob Hoskins car back on its wheels. Oh, that'll buff out, Clint.
Well, big luck for Lampman here. If you consider that, they've got an issue here where he's going to need to put a new right rear on the car, but we have a major oil spill here on the front straightaway, so Jim may find himself with some time to get that one sorted out. Crew here will get his hood pin for him. Well, Jim, quickly, Jim, are you okay? He says we're good to go. Yeah, you didn't see the right rear of your car here, buddy. Not really good to go, but he will have time. How about a hand? Lampman's going to go back and get the crew thrashing. They are listening and watching a live stream, so they know they need to get a right rear tire back there in the Lampman pit. And the crew, I can see them sprinting from the backstretch grandstands. Look at this Hoskins 37, though, Adam. It was a beautiful Camaro not too many minutes ago, and all kinds of damage to all corners here of the Hoskins 37H. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him back in his mini stock next week.
Well, it's hard to say. That car does need some TLC. It'll need some things straightened. But really, the body panels, it wasn't a vicious rollover. It was the kind of rollover, however, that'll eat the body right off of a race car. But it looks from here as though all four wheels are basically pointed in the general direction that they should be, Clint.
Yeah, for the most part, looks all right. It is out of gear and ready to roll off. So, yeah, the front end is damaged. The left front's got some big problems. But other than that, it looks fairly worse for the wear considering the problems he could have here tonight.
It's always interesting to see who's watching. Dale Shaw is a regular here on Friday nights at Ohsweken Speedway, of course, former APC Series late model champion. J.R. Fitzpatrick tweeting tonight about wishing he had a sprint car to drive. I've almost got to call him out, Clint, and say, J.R. Fitzpatrick, why do you not have a sprint car to drive? You know, there's only one person to blame for that.
Steyer's crew put him in one a few years ago.
I don't want to see him in a sprint car for one night. I want to see him in one every Friday night. One of those drivers that's just super exciting to watch as these Thunderstocks roll through the oil dry that was laid down on the front straightaway.
Well, Adam, we're not going to waste any more time. They're going to double it up on the back straightaway. This is kind of down out of the main groove, so should be able to go back to green here in another lap or so. Want to again welcome everybody watching at home on our Facebook live stream tonight, Ohsweken Speedway Live. We have had a glitch or two, but as we said, brand new system, working on it. They're going to go one to go at the line, Adam. We'll send it back to you. I'll get set up in the infield.
White flag will be displayed. Ryan Dinning going to lead him back to the green flag with the 84 machine alongside another Ryan Beagle on the front row. Bryce Richardson on the inside of row number 2 in the 11R. Then will be the 53 of Logan Schwedick. The 89C of Sean Chenoweth doing pretty well on his transition to dirt for Friday nights. Trevor DeBoer in the 23. Jay Liverance in that green number 40.
Adam, I was just talking to Doug on the radio. I said maybe we should run it through him one time, and he gave me one of the lines you gave me 20 years ago here. They all know it's there. Let's go. I'll get it over there right away.
That's true. It is to the inside of the racing groove, so I believe we are good to go. Ryan Dinning, running Beagle up high the racetrack in 3 and 4, but that'll give him a nice run off of turn number 4 as they head to the green flag.
Off into one they go. It's Dinning with the advantage here. It's number 8 car, the 84 of the in second. They work it here into the bottom of 3.
Sean Chenoweth on the inside, battling for that second position as they work through turn 4. Ryan Beagle will hang on to it. Chenoweth to third place, Richards into 4th.
Off of turn number 2, Dinning with the advantage. Beagle here running down the back straightaway. Solid run for him going. And Chenoweth puts the nose down to the bottom of the 89C.
Chenoweth going to keep digging on the bottom. I'll tell you, if you want to see a show, look at the white and orange number 56 of Derek Lemaire. He is going about half a mile farther than anybody else. He almost goes to the parking lot before he turns left in one, and he went a little bit too far. Missed the cushion, lost those half a dozen spots. Look at Jim Lampman in the 28. Lampman back almost to the top 10.
Out of 4, down the front straightaway, it is Dinning with the 8 cup with the advantage. Beagle with the run through the bottom of 2. Here comes Chenoweth now looking on the outside in the 80C.
Sean Chenoweth has seen the most success, pounded the inside groove here in the opening couple of weeks of Ohsweken Speedway. He's going to venture up the racetrack, try out the banking, battling in the 3rd spot.
Dinning using the handicapping to his advantage tonight. Now flat right rear on the 911 of Liverance as he comes slow down the front straightaway. It's all Ryan Dinning, Ryan Beagle, and Sean Chenoweth right now.
Ryan Dinning with half a straightaway advantage over Ryan Beagle, who's got Sean Chenoweth hot on his heels. And it's 10 car leads back to the 11 of Richardson with Trevor DeBoer applying the pressure for that 4th spot.
DeBoer the sandwich in the middle between Bailey, Sargent, Richardson as they come off the backstretch down into turn number 3. And now here comes Carl Salt throwing his medal into that battle.
Dry, slick racetrack. That's when the 81 of Carl Salt comes to life. And he's up there battling. What a fantastic 6-car battle.
Turns out Glenn Hill wasn't telling me a fib about the 81. Looking good here as he will drive the bottom line out of turn number 2 and test the inside line here on Bryce Richardson. All still Ryan Dinning as we put lap number 9 on the board.
Dave Bailey up to the 5th spot in that 49. Now he'll go to work on the 25 again, Sargent. Sean Chenoweth back to the inside to race Ryan Beagle for 2nd spot.
Down the backstretch they go. Good battle for 2nd. Beagle running in that position, and a couple of his buddies were claiming he was going to park it on the front straightaway tonight. He's keeping that dream alive right now, out with a great run here in that 84 RK.
I saw the same messages.
Chenoweth in a solid 3rd place run again here tonight. Then you got veterans of the street stock type cars with Bailey. This could be the first night in 2017 where Bailey entered the feature and didn't come out the victor.
Oh, there's still a lot of laps to go as he's going to close in on the 89C of Sean Chenoweth. Dave Bailey really getting some good forward bite off the corners. He's able to run a different line than the cars ahead of him.
How about Jim Lampman, Adam? Did he get back out at the green of this one? Is he on the lead lap? Because he's hauling the mail pretty good in that machine.
Jim Lampman running in the 10th position according to my scoring.
Great recovery for Lampman in the DNS Automotive 28. Crew doing a good job. Look at DeBoer. Wow, did he just turn a hard left down the back straightaway as Carl Salt had issues in the 81 and DeBoer came across the nose of the 11. Yellow is out for the 81 of Carl Salt, broken on the top of turn number 4.
And that yellow is exactly what Dave Bailey needed to see and exactly what Ryan Dinning did not need. In that number 8 machine, he was leading the way by a mile over Ryan Beagle in that 84 running in 2nd.
Gonna check if they need a hook there on the 81 of Carl Salt on the outside of turn number 4. What a good battle we've got going on here in the early portion, well, I should say middle portion of this race, as the guys battling so hard right through the middle there.
Well, I mean, you have to battle every lap for every position. This field full of talent. A couple of more messages coming in on Facebook. Clinton Nichols watching the live stream, and I've got some words for both of them. Clinton Nichols, you should be here at this race tonight. And Adam Turner sitting on his lazy boy eating some salt and vinegar chips. Adam should be out working on the race car right now, but he's enjoying the Friday night action at Ohsweken. Who can blame him, Clint?
Just want to mention we are working in a marketing partnership with Hagersville Rocks. It's being held this year, July 22nd. There are some great acts on this year's card in Hagersville, including headliner, the Washboard Union, Bowmanville, Ontario's own Megan Patrick, the Mudmen, Freedom Train, Ultimate Urban, and the Red Hill Valleys. Tickets are still available on the website by going to Hagersville Rocks at General Admission, $44.50, VIP ticket $69.50. As I mentioned, we are in a marketing partnership with our friends at Hagersville Rocks this year. So July 22nd, if you're wondering what you're going to do on the Saturday before you come here, head up to Hagersville Rocks. You can find them up at HagersvilleRocks.com. Get set to go. White is out here. 13 complete, 7 to go on the Report Mechanical. Thunderstock feature for the evening. Getting ready to go, Adam.
Yeah, and as I look out here, I look at Dave Bailey in that 49 machine. I look at Jim Lampman in the 28. Great drives by both of them. Ryan Denning, handicap worked in his favor because he's had some tough luck here in the early going of this season, but he's going to have his hands full if he wants to take the win.
Ryan Denning gets the jump. He will bring the field along with him at one. Here goes Beagle looking on the inside. Big problems down the front straightaway. We got White, Liverance, and a whole bunch of them together there on the front straightaway. We are red on the back straightaway once again.
Red flag flies as we've got carnage all up and down the front stretch. He is out of the race car, the driver of the 911, Nick Liverance. Race fans, give him a big round of applause. He went for a wild ride out of turn number 4.
Craig White over here getting checked out as he hit the wall hard on the front straightaway. Problems on the Longero. He's got the left rear beat up on him. So we will have a moment here to get this one sorted out.
Safety personnel at all 3 vehicles, Clinton, tending to these drivers.
You know, we have a great crew here. RaceMed Corp took over the medical and response. They handle the fire and medical team here, and they've done a great job so far in our first 3 weeks. Most of the guys we had for years, just a new management crew in. They're doing a great job for us here tonight.
Now, I don't have eyes on you, Clint. Are you down here on the front stretch?
Yeah, I'm right here. Yoo-hoo.
Oh, there you go. The flag stand was between you and I.
So we work on a few cars. Jason Longero, hard break for him in the Club 54 racing machine. He is missing a left rear on that car, so he is definitely done. All 3 cars here on the front straightaway will not continue. And we'll get these guys rolling along here in just a moment. Still one more feature event to come. It's the Strickland GMC Crate Sprint Cars.
Jason Longero climbs out of the 7 machine. Remember, that driver racing with, I believe, Clint, a broken arm. That left arm is in a cast, like from past the elbow. Right arm. Sorry, Jason, my left and right. This way, that way. Man, oh man, you hate to see equipment tore up like this. Great camaraderie in the Thunderstock class too, Clint, I've found.
So they're going to move Craig White right back to the pit area. They're going to take the Liverance machine to the infield and pile it here with the Hoskins 37H to be cleaned up after. We'll get over here and pick up the Longero 7 machine, and we should be ready to go back here. We will have 7 laps to go in this one, and we're going to set up for a great finish here.
Well, we've got a lot of racing left to go.
Well, I got Jason Longero here. Jason, holding your right arm, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm all right. I came in with a broken arm, so it's still broken.
So we didn't do any more damage to you?
No, just the same as it was.
Tough break for this car. You've teamed up with the Club 54 Tobacco team, and you've been running pretty good since you got in this Thunderstock. Tough break tonight. Talk about your evening.
Well, I'm just trying to keep out here, trying to stick in the points. I'm going to have 6 weeks with this cast, and hopefully once it's off, I can kind of climb back into the top 10.
Okay, I just got to say, if I'm Ken Sargent, I'm worried. His two teammates both have broken arms. How long till Kenny walks in with the cast? Both you and Ditting are beat up. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? All the drivers are okay tonight, including Jason Longaro. We appreciate him talking to us here. And we have to take his wrecked car out of here as quickly as possible.
And I was looking entirely a different direction, and Greg Callan in my ear without a microphone in his hand. Oh, that was bad. So I glanced over and just saw the tail end of that, but didn't see it start and develop. And that's why, Greg, when I announced here before, I like to stand in turn 3. Well, everything in front of me.
You've got this window divider right here in front of you, so the action happened right there. Man, that was multiple rolls by the 911. And then Jason Longaro down here on the front stretch, he came right on the edge of flipping the car as well. But for Nick Liver, it's good to see him walk out of there because, man, that was a rough ride down the front stretch. And this has been a rough race, as our friend Dave Gameforth commented on just a moment ago on Facebook.
The racing has been good.
Very good, as always in this division. It's just been impressive. And man, I'm excited for Ryan Beagle up there in that second spot. And I hope I don't jinx him, but he's up there running in second. Man, I would love to see him get to victory lane. But this second place would feel like a win to him, I'm sure. He's one of those drivers that's always solid, but it just seems like something goes wrong, not of his doing. And now he's right up there in the thick of things. And he's got the wily veteran in front, and he's got the wily rookie behind him in Sean Chenoweth, but holding his own.
And I was walking the pits before the races tonight, and I was chatting with Sean Chenoweth, who's pitted next to Trevor DeBoer and Dave Bailey, and they were talking a little bit of smack back and forth. Now, if you know Sean Chenoweth and Dave Bailey, they're both fairly dry personalities. So it's hard to tell how much joking is good. They were joking. But it was fun to listen to the back and forth going on. White flag will go green next time by Ryan Denning, the race leader. Ryan Beagle on the outside of the front row. Row number 2 will be the 89C of Sean Chenoweth and the 49 of Dave Bailey. Then it's Ken Sargent in the 25 and the 23 of Trevor DeBoer. Don't count anybody out of this race just yet. There is still 7 laps to go.
Getting ready to bring him around. Denning still nursing a broken arm on his getting ready to go here. Ditting gets it going, and the green is out. We're on it once again. Trying to hold on to that good run he's got going, but here comes Sargent up the inside of the 25.
And Sean Chenoweth followed Ryan Dinning as he went up the racetrack, coming back to the green. And Carton Sargent just stayed to the inside groove and got a great restart.
Bryce Richardson, we watched him move through the bottom here in his qualifying heat race tonight. Find himself, and now we got yellow here on the Speedway for the 79 around in turn number 1.
I'm telling you, lap number 14 is the tough one to get finished tonight. So Sean Chenoweth probably learned a bit of a lesson. Ryan Dinning running up Ryan Beagle on the restart, coming through 3 and 4, runs them way high, which is a good move if you're the race leader, but it really leaves the door open for everybody behind to select 3 or 4 different lines to run into turn 1, Clint.
I totally agree. White is out, and Chenoweth, you know, he's got a lot of game on the asphalt, still learning what's going to work here on the dirt. But man, impressive right out of the box here in the 89C London Recreational Racing, number 89C for Chenoweth here tonight. But Dinning's been absolutely flawless the past couple of seasons. When he gets up front, I think we're going to see one heck of a battle here in the top 4.
So watch Ryan Dinning. They'll go down the back straightaway. They'll go into 3. If he runs it the way he's run the last couple of restarts, he'll go way up the racetrack between 3 and 4. And I believe what he's trying to do is get a good run downhill coming off of 4. Yeah, he's way up off the bottom. Watch Ken Sargent restarting 5th, however.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing, trying to get that run down the straightaway, and you see Denning use the blast here. And look at them, 3 wide, 4 wide here as they enter into 1. Beagle trying to hold off the challenges from Bailey on the outside. Sargent on the bottom, and Chenoweth up the left rear quarter.
So Sean Chenoweth, kind of the odd man out in that mix. Beagle trying to fight from the middle groove, but he's got Ken Sargent down low, Dave Bailey up high.
Yeah, see what Beagle can do through the middle. Trevor DeVore coming into the battle as well. Oh, Chenoweth gets a poke on Sargent, and he has a gulper there, has to back out of it and give it back to Beagle. Door to door for 3. Beagle crowds him low into the bottom of 3.
Beagle doing a great job to keep Sargent down the racetrack. That opens the outside for Trevor DeVore. He looks to swing to the high side.
DeBoer going up around the outside, trying to find some bite, but he tail slaps it there, and that's going to scrub off some speed. Here comes Beagle, back to 4. Lampman 3 deep down the back straightaway with Chenoweth and Schwedick.
Jim Lampman still recovering from that lap 1 red flag incident, looking to battle his way into the top 5, and he's almost there.
What a run for Lampman with the car half apart, flat right rear, monster truck the Hoskins car, but they're on it. Dinning back straightaway into 3. This will be 17 on the board with 3 to go. Bailey up on the high side and way out to lunch here, way back.
With 3 laps to go, Ryan Beagle would love to be parked on the front straightaway with a top 3 finish after this when he is right behind the battle between Dave Bailey and Ken Sargent for second.
And 3 car of Beagle tends to get more rear bite than the other Gen 2 Camaros, driven by the 3 guys ahead of him. Doesn't handle that great through the turns, but it has more natural bite in the car. Let's see if he can drive it off the bottom. He's in the right lane. 2 to go. Dinning coming for the white.
White flag will be out this time for Ryan Dinning. He's half a straightaway ahead. 3-car battle for second with Dave Bailey out in front. Ken Sargent right behind in the 84 of Brian Beagle. Then it's Jim Lampman hanging on to 6th.
Down the back chute, Dinning for the final time into 3 and 4. He brings it around. He would like to have got it done last week on this sponsor night. He'll take it tonight. Ryan Dinning will win the Middleport Mechanical Thunderstock feature, followed by Dave Bailey, Ken Sargent, Ryan Beagle, and Jim Lampman with a monstrous run back into 5th.
Great racing in the Thunderstock division. Tough for the cars that did not survive the race.
So Adam Ross will head down to Lucas Oil Victory Lane, and we will do the 50-50 draw right now. So get those 50-50 tickets out. As we get set to hear from Ryan Dinning, Dave Bailey, and Ken Sargent. The streak is over for Dave Bailey, and an impressive one that it was. One more race still to come, the Strickland GMC Crate Sprint Car A Main. So stay tuned for that one. As we'll turn things over to Adam Ross as he heads down to Lucas Oil Products Victory Lane for the Middleport Mechanical Thunderstock Division.
Checkered flag in hand. He knows how this goes. Up on the roof of the number 8 Club 54 Racing Thunderstock. Ryan Dinning, don't fall off that thing. You've already got 1 broken arm. I don't know if you could do it with 2, but what a race. You got out front. I'm sure those late race yellow flags didn't suit your cause.
Oh yeah, all I knew in that race is I just wanted to get out of there. I didn't want to be any near Bailey when he caught up to me.
Does that run through your mind, knowing that Dave Bailey hasn't lost a race this year? You obviously could have looked up and seen the scoreboard, so you knew he was close.
Oh, I knew he was coming. I don't know, he's won everything there is to win this year. I'm just glad somebody finally got it.
There you go. Congratulations, Ryan. Who'd you like to thank for this win?
Oh, man. Killer Bees, Club 54, Ohsweken Speedway, all the fans for coming out, my crew, everybody that helps us, anybody I forgot.
There you go. Ryan Dinning, we're going to make someone a little bit wealthier. How much is the draw worth tonight? $1,210. Ryan, I'll have you read out the winning number.
210818.
210818. It's an orange ticket. Well, they're all orange tickets. If that's your number, you have won the 50-50. Second place, hands on his hips. Still smiling though, Dave Bailey. That was a pretty good run from the back up to second.
Yeah, second's pretty good. There's a lot of guys that had, looks like they're going to have busy weeks fixing stuff, so glad those guys are all good, and glad mine's still in one piece.
That late race restart, Ryan Dinning still drove away. It looked like he might have had a better car tonight. What do you go back to the shop and work on this week, Dave?
We got to leave it alone. It's fine at the top. He's always been good at the bottom. He beat us today. We'll have our turns.
There you have it, Dave Bailey, second place tonight. Another driver with a big smile on their face. It's always good when the driver's on the podium with a smile on their face, but Ken Sargent, that looked like a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun. You know what? You're racing with two of the best guys right here, and I've done a lot of laps, and I'm proud to race with these guys.
And I personally love to see the handicap in effect. So fast cars coming from the back, the better you do, the worse you're going to start the next week. How much grit does it take to run one of these races? There was some carnage tonight, and there's always some tight battles.
Well, you know what? It's great that, you know, from a standpoint of building cars and maintaining them, it kind of, there's a drag that you got to start at the back. But you know what? You put us guys at the back, and we put on an awesome show, because we got to get to the front.
Couldn't have said it better. Ken Sargent finishes third tonight in the Thunderstocks.
One more race to go. We'll be right with our GMC Strickland crates.
Ohsweken Speedway brings the stars. July 24th and 25th, we bring you two of the best. Make sure you have your tickets from the hottest driver in NASCAR, current point leader Kyle Larson, and two-time Chili Bowl champion Rico Abreu. Strap into sprint cars to tackle Ohsweken for the first time ever. Monday, they will race with the Kool Kidz Corr Pack 360 Sprints, and on Tuesday, they will battle the World of Outlaws. This one could be a sellout. Get your tickets today by calling 519-717-0023 or logging on to OhswekenSpeedway.com. Saturday, July 1st, it's Action Expo at Ohsweken Speedway. Tell the kids, we just signed Tanner Fox. That's right, we're bringing the YouTube sensation to Action Expo. Come and meet Tanner in person and see his famous car in real life. Tickets available for all these events by calling 519-717-0023 or logging on to OhswekenSpeedway.com.
Ready to go with our final feature of the night. It's the Strickland's GMC Crate Sprint Car Division. Your starting lineup looks like this. Going from the pole out of St. Thomas, the best safety and training consulting. Magnum Science 52 is Jesse Costa. And his outside out of Hagersville, the Kool Kidz Ice and Water. Cheesewood Gas and Garage, number 49H of Cherry Hill. Going off third out of Scotland, the Ackland Insurance 10-line variety 87X is Sean Evans. And starting in position number 4 out of Caledonia, the Renway Energy Case IH number 88 of the defending champion, Jesse McDonald. Starting in position number 5 out of Caledonia, the Burger Barn Ace 1 Construction 55 of Mikey Bobby, Mike Thorne. And his outside, rolling off 6th out of Delhi, the INS Crafts and Supply Cameron Cranes, number 1 of Holly Porter. Starting in 7th out of St. Agatha in the Cal Tire Nicholson Realty, number 18, it's Josh Schatz. And to his outside from Mississauga in the Oakwood Transport, Lucas Oil, number 4, it's Mac Demand. Starting in position number 9, the current point leader out of Stouffville, Ontario, the Transport Sales and Service, Durnan Motors, number 43, H the Gunslinger, Ryan Hunsinger. And lining up to his outside in position number 10 out of Ohsweken, the Case IH Rochester Nighthawks, number 68 of Aaron Turkey. Rolling off 11th out of Ohsweken, the Nitro 54 Variety 15 of Dan Nanakoke. And to his outside from Beachville, the Weather Skin Coatings, A-Door Construction, number 5 of DJ Christie. Starting in 13th out of Beamsville, the J&E Recovery, Julie Swayze Remax 88H of Josh Hansen. And in position number 14 out of Vanessa, the BCG Electrical, Mike Eric Dodge, number 8 of the Hurricane, Hannah Farrell. Starting in 15th out of Ancasters, the 51 of Trevor Young, and lining up to his outside from Waterdown, the regional tractor sales Sun Mech 5C of Connor Mahoney. And rolling off 17th out of Oakland, the Insulthane Middleport Mechanical number 10 of Lofton Schutz. And at his outside, starting 18th out of Port Colborne, the 5D of Jacob Dykstra. In the back row, in car number 9 out of Brantford, the Roxy's Tap and Grill Ride, that is Paul Ballantyne. And going 20th from Ohsweken, the Canada Fuels 9C of Brian Nanakoke. This time by, we will see the white flag as the crate sprint cars go behind that very beautiful Strickland's GMC Pace truck.
Was undefeated coming into tonight's action. Dave Bailey in the Thunderstocks, Ryan Hunsinger in the crate sprints. Was anyone else?
I believe that is it.
So Ryan Hunsinger, the only driver that can still remain undefeated after tonight. He's got his work cut out for him, though, coming from the 5th row.
Costa and Hill will bring them to the green flag. Our final feature of the night's the Strickland GMC Crate Sprint Car A-Main.
Out, they rumble into turn number 1. Costa running that low line, but Hill with a better run on the outside. He'll take the lead down the backstretch.
Hill, your leader, and Costa in second. 3 cars going at it, make it 4 wide for the 3rd spot. Through the corner comes Jesse McDonald, and he loses power out of the corner. They all stack up in behind him.
Wow, what a great job for those guys not to pile up on the front stretch as Jesse McDonald with a problem. It seemed to correct itself.
That was a big benefit for Josh Hansen. He was starting in 13th, and he got by a few cars there on that move. As Holly Porter, Mike Thorne all had to check up, as did Josh Shantz, and problems off of corner 4 for Lofton Schutz in car number 10.
He has turned that car backwards, and at this point, they will be happy they chose a white race car.
Well, got just a mark Jesse McDonald situation there. He got together with somebody else, and his rear push bar got hooked underneath whoever was behind him. They were actually hooked together there for a second. They wiggled it apart, and somehow both got going without wrecking both those cars. Lofton Schutz gets his number 10 Insulthane machine rolling again here on the front straightaway. And now we wait to see what is the problem with Holly Porter in her new ride here for Steyrs Racing in the INS Crafts number 1.
Yeah, Holly has rolled to a stop just before the start-finish line as Schutz gets fired off, and now the push truck will head over to Holly Porter.
So it's a safety issue for Holly Porter. That's why she's pulled over, so she will get her spot back.
Yeah, she's got her gloves off here, guys. She's working, got the visor up, trying to get rebuckled back in. So this is something we don't mess around with the drivers. If they feel they're unsafe or their belts are not proper, any of their safety equipment, they're able to pull over, pull up to an official, get their spot back. So although she stopped here under caution, the official, Matt Tyson here, was able to verify that it was a safety issue, so she will get her spot behind the 88 of Jesse McDonald.
Well, and believe it or not, sprint cars are more notorious than any other kind of race car for your own safety equipment actually unbuckling your seat belts, because when you wear the arm restraints, there's a lot of bits and pieces inside the race car moving around, and it's really tight quarters, so it's not unheard of for an arm restraint to catch the latch on a seat belt and pop it wide open.
Well, Adam, maybe this is a good time to explain to the fans what an arm restraint is. So because these sprint cars are open cockpit with not a lot of body, it would be very easy in a violent flip for your arm to fling outside the bar and get broken. They wear straps around their wrists that buckle into the seats. And we are going green here off of 4. We'll turn it back to you. But yeah, safety, number 1 factor. She gets her spot back.
Sean Evans works to the outside of Jesse Costa and Ryan Hunsinger. They'll go 3 wide down the backstretch. Costa has that second spot with Jerry Hill out in front.
Ryan Hunsinger up to 4th, looking for 3 wins in a row here at the Big O as Mike Thorne 3 wide to the outside out of turn 4 for position.
Wow, Sean Evans did everything but lose it up in corner number 2, and Ryan Hunsinger will get by, and that allows Aaron Turkey to move to the outside. So he'll move from 3rd to 5th as now Dan Nanakote loops the car around up in corner number 2, and the yellow comes out.
Slick racetrack. In fact, this is the slickest racing surface that many of these drivers have had to face in the crate sprint car division.
I think it's a very good statement, Adam, to make. You're so accurate. A lot of the guys, even the Nanticokes, they've never been on a track this slick yet here, and it's just a product of what we will get through the middle of the summer. Makes for some great racing and really lets the talent percolate to the top here. And we'll see what we can do as we get this fastest growing division in Ontario running so well. And you got to look at some of these newcomers, Adam. Very excited to get out of tonight, because next week they will not have to drop to the back. They will have been there 3 weeks in the sprint car, and they can get their actual starting position.
And I've got to think Josh Hansen is going to celebrate that. The driver of that black and blue number 88 with yellow numbers. He has probably passed more race cars than anybody else in the crate sprint car division this season.
Now, he might have turned 15, but I'm pretty sure he's only 14 years old. And I told the story last year where he had the car all last year. You have to be 14 to drive here on the Speedway at Ohsweken. He had the car all season. Mom and Dad were ready to go. He got one practice, and that was the Thursday before the Sprint Car Nationals. Could have raced on the Saturday, but as the story goes, his mom said, no, you got to complete your hockey season. So he only got to race this year, had to sit a whole year with that car in the garage just drooling over it.
And that would be torture, looking at that race car.
It'd be torture for me. I'm 44. Imagine what it's like when you're 14.
No doubt about it. We're going to go green this time out of turn number 4.
So quasi-teammates there. Jerry Hill, Sean Evans lead at the restart of this one. Hill in the 49, Sean Evans in the 87 as they come down the hill from corner 4. Single file past the cone. Hill leads them down into 1.
Ryan Hunsinger loves hunting the bottom of the racetrack as he looks for a lane on the inside of Jesse Costa. Costa drives it in deep. Look at Jesse McDonald swinging the outside of the racetrack. No, that's Aaron Turkey. I'm sorry.
Aaron Turkey having a solid run, and he needs it. He's really struggled over the last, let's say, year and a half. He's up there right now in the 4th spot, but here comes Mac DeMann. Now he's into the mix in the top 5.
And Ryan Hunsinger got loose. Look at them gobble him up. Aaron Turkey to the outside, Mac DeMann through the middle. Looking for racing room, and there Sean Evans goes high. We are yellow once again for a car spun around in turn 4.
So now put Sean Evans to the top of the board in the 87. Jerry Hill in 2nd. Ryan Hunsinger in the 43H right now running 3rd. Aaron Turkey sits in 4th in the 68. Mac DeMann 5th. 6th, the 88 of Jesse McDonald. 7th is the 52 of Jesse Costa, and then they're 3 wide trying to decide who wants 8th spot.
Yeah, Mike Thorne has looked fast. You know, I look up and he's passing cars with a big run, and then I look somewhere else and he really isn't picking up a lot of position. So I think he's searching for a line that he can run all the way around the track that keeps him competitive.
So it's going to be Holly Porter in 8th, Mike Thorne 9th, and Josh Hansen in the 10th position, with 5 laps complete and 15 to go. White flag being displayed to the field. Sean Evans, who we documented had that rough week last week, leading his heat and broke a tie rod bolt, flipped the car, came back, won the B main, got up to 5th in the A main before settling for 8th overall last week, and now here he is leading. I wonder if his mom came back. Last week was her first attempt. She said that was probably it.
I was going to ask you that, and I thought it was best if I leave it alone tonight.
Well, she's missing Sean right now at the front of the field if she is not here. Green flag in the air, and Evans will lead them into corner 1.
Good start for Evans as he opens up an advantage. Ryan Hunsinger moves up to 2nd. Oh, trouble in turn number 2. Mac DeMann goes around. We got another one around in the middle of the corner. And how did everybody miss Mac DeMann?
Man, close call up there in corner 2. He was running right up there in the top 5. And everyone got by, and that is not what we're used to seeing out of Mac DeMann by any means at all.
Well, it's often very lucky if you can spin out of 5th place and have 15 cars miss you on the way by.
You're not kidding, Clinton Jeffrey. And I've got to say, what a great job tonight for the officials, the safety crew, the scorers. They have been getting things tidied up, getting the field in the proper order, and keeping the races rolling, because we have had a number of red flags, yellow flags, different issues, and they're doing a great job, Clint.
I would say very proud of the crew we got here tonight, Adam, doing a great job.
Because we're quick to tell them if they don't.
Hey, I've had many calls this week. Let me put it that way. We've had many a meeting this week to get it right, and things are looking very good. And that's just our passion to deliver a fast-paced show and, fair, fast, and exciting. The biggest adjective I got about what we're doing here, Adam, it's authentic. If you haven't brought your friends yet, this is authentic excitement right here. Nothing fake about what we're doing here tonight. Getting set to go, guys. Back to you.
And they are stacked up on the back straightaway, checked up behind the race leader, Sean Evans. Everybody gets pointed in the right direction. Green flag is out.
Back to green, and right now Ryan Hunsinger throws it down in deep on Jerry Hill. They'll go side by side through corner number 2. Hunsinger on the bottom, Hill up top. Meanwhile, Evans checking out in front of these two.
Ryan Hunsinger working that bottom groove, trying to get around Hill. Hill has the position at the line as we've got one around in turn 4. I believe that's DJ Christie.
So DJ Christie will spin on his own up in corner number 4, and that will bring out the yellow. And Doug Leonard just reminding these drivers that it's slick, it's slippery, and he's saying sometimes to go slower is faster. Explain that, Adam, because some people may say that doesn't make any sense, but if you watch Days of Thunder, they kind of explain it for you.
Racing isn't about speed, as crazy as it sounds. It's about going as fast as you can in certain conditions. So is slower faster? Well, no, faster is faster than slower, obviously. But when you have to run a full circle, the fastest you can go on a given track is pretty much the way Sean Evans is doing it right now. There are drivers that are driving faster into the corners than Sean Evans, but they're not getting off as fast. There's drivers coming off the corner faster, but they're not getting in as fast. Sean Evans is going as fast as a driver can right now because he's got the perfect balance of control, acceleration around the racetrack. And I don't think I did a very good job of explaining slow as fast, but you have to be under control and you're racing the conditions.
No, I think you hit the nail on the head. It's all about where you are fast that can make the difference, and overcooking the corner can often hurt you compared to a guy that's getting that launch off of corners 4-2. Here we go. Sean Evans back to the green flag. Jerry Hill in tow. The gunslinger Ryan Hunsinger shooting to be the only driver to remain perfect after 3 weeks of competition. Again, he draws up side by side for the second spot, and a good 3-car battle right now for 4th, 5th, and 6th. How about the rookie, Hansen?
Hansen working his way up towards the top 5. As we say that, he slides up the racetrack, but he is a man on a mission right now.
Evans leads down the backstretch by about 6 car lengths over Hill. Hunsinger right now in 3rd, tied to the bottom. And here comes Holly Porter. She got shuffled back a little bit on that incident with Jesse McDonald, and now she's right there in the top 5 and challenging Hunsinger on the bottom.
Holly Porter looking to go to the outside of Ryan Hunsinger as these cars searching for grip around the racetrack. At the front, Sean Evans continues to lead the way. Here goes Hansen.
Holly Porter draws up alongside Ryan Hunsinger looking for the 4th position. She says, well, I'm here. Maybe I'll grab 3rd from Aaron Turkey, but she gets sideways in corner 2 and holds on to 4th.
So Porter up to 4th. Ryan Hunsinger trying to drive deeper into the corner, but he couldn't get that spot. These cars are all over the racetrack.
Slip, slide
Trouble
away.
in 4.
And it's Jacob Dykstra. Dan Nanakoke piles in there, and that will bring out the caution with 10 laps on the board, 10 laps left to go.
And we almost had both Nanakokes involved in that. Brian Nanakoke made contact with Dan, but was able to keep on going.
Skip by there at the very last moment. So tomorrow you're heading to Flamborough for the APC race?
Connor's got a baseball game at 9 o'clock in Cambridge. I always enjoy the heck out of watching him play ball. So we'll probably head over around lunchtime to catch the practice and the racing at Flamborough Speedway. APC series, we have pre-orders for 27 sets of tires, so there's going to be at least 27 late models on hand.
Nice. Should be a great show over at Flamborough tomorrow night, so if you want to check that out, flamboroughtspeedway.ca for more information.
And if you're on Facebook, check out Grisdale Racing because we did post the itinerary for tomorrow's race. They have the full schedule up, broken down minute by minute, so you don't have to wonder what's going on. You can see exactly how the race is going to play out, how it's scheduled to go. The weather forecast is beautiful.
I should give a shout out for my Saturday night home in 1 week from tomorrow. The World of Outlaws Craftsman Late Model Series is in town for the first time in a couple of seasons, so that will be a big show, plus the Southern Ontario Sprint at Pro Stocks. So that is next Saturday night, June the 17th, BrightonSpeedway.com for more information there.
Well, Greg, down here, the Nanticoke 15, he says they're going to take their 2 minutes in the work area. I'm not sure they can get this fixed in 2 minutes, but they are allowed to take it, so they'll take the Nanticoke 15 back to the pit area. They've got the steering arm on the left side all bent up and the left side radius rod, so if the crew's back there and can hear me, they're going to need to get the steering arm and the left side radius rod. So we will see what happens, and also we'll watch to see if Dykstra takes the 5 back to the pit area as well. He's trying to get pushed off here on the bottom of turn 2.
And it looks like Dykstra is just going to refire, and he'll be able to join the tail end of the field. These yellow flags have been super for traffic control, because every time a yellow comes out, another handful of fans make their way out of the grandstands. We appreciate you hanging in there tonight. We hope you've enjoyed the show. It's great that we got it done a lot quicker than last week, even with some of the challenges we've had to face, but that should do great things for traffic, Greg.
Absolutely. As we get ready to wind things down here, just 10 laps left to go. Again, next Friday night, make sure you are back as it's Kids Race, National Autism Foundation night, as well as Wall of Fame night, as we induct 5 more onto the Wall of Fame.
Do you think it's fair to say that the response absolutely is the equivalent of saying, I have no idea what you just said because I wasn't listening, but I'll respond in the affirmative and just carry on to what I'm about to say?
No, you said it'd be great to get out of here.
Well, why didn't you comment on that? Why didn't you carry on with that thought? At least acknowledge it.
I wasn't really interested in it.
Well, why didn't you say, Adam, say something more interesting next time?
I did.
I mean, how do I know? How do I know this relationship is working?
Absolutely is code. And you knew it. You just didn't know what it was code for.
I was picking up what you were laying down.
There's only so much I can do with turds.
That just happened. We're going to go green. This time at a turn number 4, Sean Evans, Aaron Turkey. Going to lead the field under the flag stand.
Back to the green with Turkey in tow, and man, does this man need a good run. Good to see the 68 back up there challenging for a win as Sean Evans looking for his first win here at Ohsweken Speedway.
Ryan Hunsinger digging back on the inside as he draws alongside Holly Porter down the back straightaway. She'll drive it deeper down into turn number 3, gain control of that car and maintain her position.
Aaron Turkey dives down deep on Evans as they battle it out
Trouble
for the
in
lead.
3.
And the caution will fly again for Brian Nanticoke this time. With 9 laps left to go.
DJ Christie with a flat left rear tire, so he limps that 5 machine back towards the pit area, where that A-Door Construction number 5 crew will go to work and try to get him a fresh left rear sneaker.
Well, Sean Evans looking for his 2nd career win, his first here at Ohsweken. He has a win at Humberstone Speedway when they ran down there a couple of seasons ago.
Always exciting to see a first-time winner. How many races has Aaron Turkey won in this class? I suppose I can answer that. I have statistics as well here.
He's
Greg
won a
Cannon.
number, but I'll tell you what, he's been on a dry run here and just been really having a hard time. I know they've suffered motor problems over the last year, and he's just not been the Aaron Turkey that we knew when this division got kicked off. He has 6 wins.
I thought it was funny when Adam asked you, Greg. I'm thinking, does he think he's talking to Tommy or what?
Well, and all those wins had to have come before. Well, one of those wins came in 2015, none of them in 2016. So that's 5 wins prior to the 15 season. We're going to go green. White flag in the air, and now it's green. We're back under racing conditions with 9 laps to go.
Evans leads him down to 1, running that.
The field charges down the back straightaway. Holly Porter in a great 3-way battle with Hill. Josh Hansen, Ryan Hunsinger, so make that a 4-car battle. And that's Josh Shantz, not Josh Hansen, I'm sorry. Josh Shantz up to the 4th position as the field streaks down into 3 and 4.
13 laps go up on the scoreboard. Aaron Turkey drawing into the right rear of Sean Evans, running 2 extremely different lines. Turkey trying to hold it wide open around the outside, and Evans trying to be smooth, steady, and patient down on that inside.
Sean Evans doing a nice job hitting his marks down low, but here goes Aaron Turkey to the outside with a blaze of speed.
Turkey going up to that extreme line, and we heard Jared Zimbardi say there was still a little lip up there, a little moisture up on the extreme outside line, but the problem is you miss it and you're going to lose ground. That time he nearly lost the lead back to Sean Evans.
Well, and keep in mind, Sean Evans had not seen anyone really challenge him for a number of restarts, so he's probably taking it easy, keeping the car straight. Now that he knows there's someone out there who can battle him for the lead, he's up on the wheel once again, looking for bite in that 87X machine.
4 laps to go. Aaron Turkey's your leader. Sean Evans in 2nd. 3rd right now is Josh Shantz. 4th is Holly Porter. And 5th is Jerry Hill. 6th, Jesse McDonald, and the yellow flag will fly. Problems for Jesse Costa in corner 4, right in front of the leaders.
And
we'll go
one
back
car
into the
is
yellow.
up off the end of turn number 3. Is that Trevor Young?
Yes, it is. 51 and Trevor Young.
Yeah, guys, he slid here up off the end of turn number 3 on the outside apron. Car should be all right. Didn't look damaged as it slid by me backwards. Turn 3. What a run for Aaron Turkey, though, using that outside advantage, as you guys mentioned, and really winding it up on the top. And Greg, that's where he made his magic a couple ago, right? Most of his wins because he had the power to roll it up on the outside.
Yeah, he basically just watched what Glenn Stiers does, and he was using that, what we call the Stiers line on the outside, and that's where he made up most of the ground to get those victories. But then somewhere in the middle of 2015, they started having motor problems under the hood of the 68, and that pretty much fizzled out the rest of his season. And then last year was just between motor problems, bad luck, it was just an off year for Aaron Turkey, and now he's right back where he's accustomed to being. And I'm sure even though he's 3rd in wins overall and he's got 6 wins already, this one's going to feel like the first.
Oh, I think we're going to see an excited young man in victory lane if he can hold off for these 4 laps. White flag one more time. Kyle McKenzie, his wrist has to be getting tired, Greg.
Ready to go back at it with 4 laps left to go. All-time winner in this division, Ryan Hunsinger with 10 wins. Mac demands 2nd with 8 wins. Then it's Aaron Turkey with 6. He's tied with Dylan Westbrook. Josh Shantz, Holly Porter with 5. Jake Brown has 3. Jesse McDonald 3. Alex Hill 2. Mark Zuba 1. And Brad Heron 1.
Aaron Turkey wheels it through 3 and 4. Hard on the throttle and a turn number 4. Green flag is in the air.
Turkey leads, but Evans fighting back in that bottom side. And hey, look who's in this one too. Josh Shantz has done a nice job recovering from mechanical failures last week. He's up there in that 3rd spot, feeling pressure now from Holly Porter.
Sean Evans trying to find an angle he can run through the corner to challenge Aaron Turkey, but that was not it. Now he gets clipped by Holly Porter and goes around. Wow.
So red will go on the Speedway for the tip over there by Sean Evans, who got clipped in the rear end by the one of Holly Porter, who also sits up there in corner number 2. And man, oh man, go from leading the first half of this race to now being on your side for the 2nd week in a row. Heartbreaking for Sean Evans.
Not sure how much damage there would be to either of these race cars. as it was a lazy kind of roll, and Holly Porter just looked like she clipped him and gently spun around herself.
Well, everybody looks all right down here. Adam, Holly Porter getting turned around. They'll get the Sean Evans 87X turned around as well.
Yeah, they're going to push them right up close and personal so they can look at each other and share their thoughts.
Well, Sean Evans smiling here in the 87. Good thing to know the car's all right at least, and we'll be ready to push them off here in just a moment. I got a second. He's got hands up. Sean, you've had an up and down couple of weeks. Can you still smile or what?
Putting it lightly, buddy. Yeah, up and down, up and down. We didn't wreck anything by the looks of it this time, though.
Well, that up and down was the easiest up and down you had all week, so good deal.
Right on, man. Let's go. See if I
Let go, he says. We'll push Sean Evans off. How about a hand, ladies and gentlemen, for all these great drivers and their awesome attitudes here tonight. Sean Evans has had a couple of up and down weeks, and unfortunately, that up and down wasn't bad.
So back under yellow as Holly Porter was the first car to get fired off. Sean Evans. That car coming to life on the back straightaway.
Being told tonight's 50-50 winning ticket is for someone in the pit area, and the 50-50 ticket person is in the tech barn waiting. I'm just trying to get the number, though. I do not have the number to read that out again. Yeah, Kevin Miller just texted me and said, next thing you know, these guys are going to run out of gas here the way this feature is going. So 3 laps left to settle it here on McDonald's of Brantford and Paris night, along with the Rochester KNIGHTHAWKS. Aaron Turkey, leader in the 68, the 18 of Josh Shantz lines up second on this restart, with the 88 of Jesse McDonald third. Mac DeMann in the 4th position.
Well, though, we've got to get Hill back into spot.
And I had to check on that, but Mac DeMann, remember, spun early in this one, has worked his way up back into the top 5. So Hill's in 4th, Mac DeMann 5th, Hunsinger right now 6th, 7th is Hansen, 8th Thorne, 9th Farrell, and 10th is Connor Mahoney. Trying to sort out the back of the field here in the last few positions, and then we will be back at it next time around with 3 laps left to go.
So they just got a couple more cars to sort out. White flag is out. We'll go back to green next time by.
Absolutely.
3 laps to go, and these last 2 features have been a grind. Exercises in endurance, perseverance. Aaron Turkey looking for his first win in more than a year.
Green flag back on the field. Turkey leads them down the front stretch, and they all rumble down into corner number 1. Here comes Josh Shantz, slides up in front of the leader. Turkey will shoot back by down the back stretch.
It was a great effort by Josh Shantz. Lets the leader know he's there, trying something, anything to challenge for a win. 2 laps to go.
Turkey is your leader over Shantz and McDonald. Mac DeMann is right there all over the back end of the 88. He gets by Hill into 4th.
Mac DeMann and Hill side by side from 4th down into turn number 3. There's 1 more lap to go.
Aaron Turkey 1 lap away from getting back to Lucas Oil victory lane. It's going to feel oh so good if he can hold on. Shantz in 2nd, McDonald 3rd.
1 more time through 3 and 4. Aaron Turkey leads the way down into turn number 3 up on the outside. He'll lead them off of turn 4. Aaron Turkey with the win. Shantz in 2nd. Jesse McDonald 3rd. Hill 4th. And Mac DeMann rounds out the top 5. It was a struggle to get there, but we got to the checkered flag of this one. A great night of racing, and Greg Callan is making his way to victory lane.
Well, on behalf of all the staff, management, and our team here tonight, thanks to all you great fans for coming out here tonight. Don't forget, we're back at it next Friday for Wall of Fame night. Brought to you by our friends at Corr. Everything is out here tonight, plus the Pro 4 trucks and our Wall of Fame induction. So if you're driving out, travel safe, and we'll bring you right here to Victory Lane as Greg Callan on his way down to have a talk with our winner, Aaron Turkey, and the rest of the top 3.
Well, it's been a long time coming, but he's finally back to Lucas Oil Products Victory Lane. Getting congratulated as he gets out of the car, gets the Lucas Oil hat on. He's got the checkered flag. Let's hear for Aaron Turkey. Man, oh man, Aaron, this one has to feel like the first one. Here comes your teammate to congratulate you. Some of the struggles you guys have had have not been of your own doing, dealing with motor issues and as such. To get back to Victory Lane's got to feel oh so good.
Yeah, it's been really good. I don't know what was longer, waiting for that street stock race to get done or that race. There's a lot of cautions, but it did really feel good to be back on the high side and actually have full power and be able to power where I wanted to.
Well, like there was still a little bit of bite up around the outside line. You were riding that thin edge, and it worked.
Yeah, I was trying to find it. The front end started pushing a little bit sometimes, so I was just dragging a brake and just trying to get it to turn, but it was rotating really nice up there.
Who would you like to thank?
I got to thank my crew for sticking with me. You know, they've been here for like 2 years, and I haven't won in 2 years, right? So I told them it was coming with all the podiums last year, but I got to thank Brad Heron and Steve Moll, and then the rest of the Steyer's crew for helping me out. We had a lot of problems, but we figured them out now.
Well, he's finally back in Victory Lane. Let's hear for Aaron Turkey, the winner here tonight in the Crate Sprint Car Feature event. Josh Shantz comes home in second. He's got a rim full of clay down in there as he's talking to Glenn Steyers. Josh, let's bring you out here so the TV camera can see you. Josh, you gave him a run down in corner 1 and 2, but did you think it was going to stick? Because he was so strong on the outside.
I was planning that since the caution. I figured, I was watching Aaron the whole time. He was dedicated to the top, and I thought if I could get him, just throw it in as hard as I can on the bottom and try to slide him coming up, I might have a chance. But I got so much wheel spin coming off too, and he just got a run. He crossed over and got me, but it was worth a shot.
Great recovery from the week you had 1 week ago.
Yeah, that was unfortunate, just a mechanical issue. But the first week out, the car was on rails again tonight. Once I figured it out, on rails again. Our program's working really good. What we're doing, all the guys helping. It's going to be a good year.
Who would you like to thank?
First of all, my crew, everybody here. My dad, Raman, Todd, Jordan, Nick, Steph, Cody, Travis, Bob, Ryan, everybody in the pits. There's a lot of people that help put this together. All my sponsors, Nicholson Realty, Cal Tire, Creative Edge, BG, Snap-on, Cloverleaf Farms, Baden Automotive, Dem Tool, National Engineered Fasteners, AYS. I mean, the list goes on.
Great recovery this week for Josh Shantz. He comes home in second spot. And let's go down to third place. Jesse McDonald, who's talking to the boss, Glenn Steyers, down here. Sorry, Glenn, I'm breaking up all your conversations. Jesse, you said you were going to park it tonight. Well, another top 3. That's pretty close.
Well, we're on the front stretch. We got a broken shock. Carbs running a little, but we made it. So that's a win in my books.
You guys have been struggling with the car. I talked to Brad Heron about it, but he said you guys have figured something out, and obviously you have. Great start to the season, even though you haven't been to Victory Lane.
Yeah, we haven't been to Victory Lane, but, finishing top 3, we're on the podium, so you can't get mad about it. So, I mean, it's awesome. And, yeah, we're just chasing gremlins right now, and we're just trying to figure out what's going on. It literally died on me up there, and I felt everybody kind of hitting me, and I'm like, uh-oh, and then all of a sudden it took off. So I apologize for that, and I don't know what happened.
You know what? Everyone made it through clear, and a good race. A long race, though. Did you have any thoughts in the back of your head? Man, might we run out of fuel in this thing? That was a long race.
Well, I put extra fuel in for all those caution laps, but yeah, I'm sitting there, I'm like, holy, this is a workout. But I want to congratulate my teammate, Aaron Turkey. He did an awesome job finally parking it this year, and good for him. And, yeah, I'm just pleased, we're up here, top 3. And, I want to thank my sponsors, Renway, Ohsweken Speedway, Glenn Steyers, Steve Moulton, Brad Heron for working his butt off on this thing. Same with my dad. They, the whole night, they were just going nuts on this thing. So hats off to those guys, team effort.
There you have it. There's your top 3 from the Strickland GMC Crate Sprint Car Division. That'll do it down trackside. That'll do it for another night here at Ohsweken Speedway. Thanks to all you watching at home on the live stream. We very much appreciate it. Hope you'll join us right here next Friday night, 7:30 start time. It's Wall of Fame night, of course. We're going to induct 5 new members onto the wall. It's also Kids Race National Autism Foundation night as well. All brought to you by Corr, OhswekenSpeedway.com for all the information on that. Make sure you're here, 7:30 start time. So on behalf of the ownership, the staff, all the officials, all the folks that make it happen, and on behalf of my co-announcers, Adam Ross and Clinton Jeffrey, my name is Greg Kellnan saying so long, and we'll see you next Friday night.